Merchants Baseball is on the air. Carroll Merchants Baseball is brought to you by Pepsi-Cola Bottlers of Carroll, Dries Oil, Bruner and Reinhardt Law Firm, Uptown Sporting Goods, MC's Cafe, Stein Seeds, DMAC, Roselle Mutual, Kit Plumbing, New Way Ford, and Ski's Sandwich Shop. Now let's head to the ballpark and play ball with the Carroll Merchants.
Good Sunday afternoon, everybody. Jeff Blankman, Doug Waniger, and we've got Jeff Honnold kind of hovering around a microphone here today as we get set to bring you some Carroll Merchants baseball this afternoon. Merchants coming into this home game at 9-14 overall, 8-13 right now in league play. Storm Lake, the opponent here today, the Whitecaps, they are 7-11 in both conference play and overall here this season. It is a gorgeous day out, probably right around 80 degrees. Right now we're at 81 degrees. It is overcast. We've got plenty of clouds in the sky. We'll see some sunshine before the game is over today, but no rain in the forecast, so we should have a pretty nice and comfortable day, and we've got a nice crowd on hand ready for Merchants baseball for you here today. Doug, Merchants right now coming in again, as I said, 9-14, 8-13. The one team they've struggled against has been this Whitecaps team.
Yeah, and the Whitecap team, I mean, they're good hitting ball club, and they put it in play, but the Merchants haven't really played well against these guys. If I remember right, we haven't pitched well against them, and we struggled, so we've caused a lot of our own problems.
And I tell you what, the last time they met here, though, that we broadcasted, they fell down 5-0, but rallied back to win that game, so hopefully we'll bring them some luck here today.
Yeah, if they can start off a little bit better, I mean, they can definitely play with these guys. There's no doubt about that. There's a lot of talent on this team. We've just struggled on the mound a little bit. If we can get some good pitching, and hit the ball the way we normally do, I think we can be okay.
And our
Blankman,
pitching
did you just say you were good luck?
Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
Our pitching matchup here today is Joey Hudson for the Merchants, Doug Barker on the hill for Storm Lake. We're going to step away for our national anthem. We'll come back. More pregame and first pitch coming up next for you right here on 93.7 KKRL.
19 Merchant corporate sponsors are Merchant Park Concession, Kick 106.7, KCIM 1380 92.5, 93.7 KKRL. And now, on to the broadcast booth. We would like to thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Bloomers Bar and Grill, Echo Electronics, Roman Stephenson Son Construction, Gretaman Associates Insurance and Real Estate, Region 12 Council of Governments, Windstar Lines, Pro Auto, United Bank of Iowa, we would like to thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Anytime Fitness, Computer Concepts of Iowa, Court Street LLC, Lens Insurance and Real Estate, Litterdale Country Store, Carroll Glass, Market on 30, Merchant Park Concessions. I'd like to thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Commercial Savings Bank, Dries Company, Raccoon Valley Electric Co-op, Mid-Iowa Insurance and Real Estate, Charlie Steakhouse, Southside Lounge, Carroll Dental Associates, AAA Seeds, Barron's Construction, Roselle Mutual Insurance, Johnston Communications.
Welcome you back here on 93.7 KKRL. Jeff Blankman again, along with Jeff Honnold and Doug Waniger. We do have Bob Grody monitoring things back in the studio on this Sunday afternoon, so we thank Bob. Our host here today, or the sponsor for the Merchants here today, is Kit Plumbing, so we thank them for sponsoring the game here today.
With the batting average of
And Doug, you mentioned that you know the young man from Kemper. I couldn't see his face because he had the music sheet in front of it. But you said you knew who the young man was.
Josh Tigas.
Josh Tigas.
Yep.
Josh Tigas doing the national anthem here today. Performed it with his trumpet. So
You asked me if I know him. He took my daughter to prom. Yeah, I know who he is.
I figured you probably did. That part of it I didn't know.
No,
So,
Josh.
did
is
you
a
give
good-
him the look or the talk?
Oh no, Josh is a good kid. He's one of those kids that, as a dad, that's the kind of guy you want taking your daughter out. So. No, he and Abby are real close friends.
Yeah,
so.
I know. I just had to have a little fun.
Yep.
All right.
That's easy to have fun with, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Absolutely. So, beautiful day for baseball here today. They got the lights on already. I'm a little bit surprised at that.
There's a
some
little cloud
clouds,
cover in the back, but
Yep.
there's not supposed to be any rain come out of it. So
They've been doing it early.
Have
The last few nights. Yep.
Okay. Good crowd on hand. People continuing to file in. So, head on down and enjoy some Merchants baseball here today.
My little broadcast partner, Adam Melnick,
Okay.
got his Frohawk going on
I
there.
see that. Yeah.
I have to get him on camera with that do.
Yeah, and got to give a quick shout out to Nancy O'Rourke, who's here today. She came up and said hi to us here a little bit ago. Gave me a hard time that I didn't see her.
I don't think Nancy misses a game.
I don't think so either. She's
I
a
don't know if-
regular.
Yeah, I don't know if she always loved baseball or if that was something that her late husband instilled in her, because Terry was a huge baseball
Yes, he
fan,
was.
big Milwaukee Brewer fan.
Yeah, you could talk baseball with him 365 days a year, and he always brought up something you didn't know.
Yeah, I worked with him out at American Home Shield, and he would stop by my office on a pretty regular basis and give me a rough time about the Orioles or say something about. He was always cussing his Brewers.
Well, I was
out,
going to say,
you
the
know.
Brewers very rarely did much to have him be happy about
Yeah.
him. That was for sure.
You know,
Yeah.
with this crew, it wouldn't take much to teach us.
Yeah, no.
It's a low bar.
Yeah, especially with you.
Oh, absolutely. Waddle didn't do a very good job of teaching me anything.
Let's take a look at our lineups here tonight for Storm Lake. Tyler Brandenburg will lead things off and play shortstop. Blake Bergquist is out left. Coleman Roberts is the second baseman. Bryce Smith is the DH. Eli Young's out in right field. Tyler Ward is at catcher. Colton Mills is at third. Christian Clear is at first base. And Noah McCreary, the center fielder. And Doug Barker is pitching and not hitting tonight. First pitch on the way is a check swing in there for a strike to Brandenburg, and the count is 0-1. Don't have any information on Joey Hudson. Honnold, I'm going to ask you, have you had a chance to see him throw yet this year?
One time, but I really limited. I think he did one inning.
Okay, there's a
Like
strike
I
on the
can, though.
outside corner, and he's quickly out in front. No balls and two strikes.
He's a joker, I can tell you that. He's got me a couple of times down the dugout. Speaking of that,
I'm sure everybody owes you down there.
I was talking to Coach Williams today and said, I almost feel bad. That one's going to miss outside.
0-2 pitch just missed outside, yeah.
We were feeling bad that we really haven't picked on him yet. I said, he might think we don't like him because we've actually been nice to him all year.
Well, you know, he's a good kid. It's kind of hard to be mean to him.
I know, but we got to figure out something.
1-2 break. Pitch misses inside and almost hit him. Count runs to 2-2.
Yeah, he didn't make a lot of effort to get out of the way of that. You know, the many of the games that I've been to, the home plate umpire can kind of dictate how the game goes. We've seen some varying strike zones,
And we saw one there. The 0-2 pitch was probably closer to the strike zone than what the 2-2 pitch was, but he calls the outside strike for the first strikeout here in the ballgame.
Yep, he said, swing the bats, young man. We're not going to be here till 9 o'clock
Yep,
tonight.
and I like that. I am
do
very
too.
much a fan of big strike zones and forcing batters to go up and swing the bat.
We had this umpire last weekend, and he has a nice wide zone.
Bergquist, the left fielder, up now for Storm Lake. One out, nobody on. There's a fastball in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1.
Yeah, knees to letters, and anything in between is good with me.
Absolutely, and then give him about an inch or 2 inches outside of the plate. I'm okay with that, too.
I think that first one was a little bit more than a couple inches, but nonetheless, he sent the message.
0-1 pitch, breaking ball, miss. Count runs now.
Holy
One
cow,
ball and
look
one
who just
strike.
walked in the building.
Is that Eden?
Eden.
Yeah,
Edie's here.
yeah. Yeah, been a long time since I've seen her. Good to see her, by the way. Well, and there is going to be a hit by pitch.
Sporting her Kit Plumbing and Heating shirt.
Yeah.
Hey, help me out here. The umpire at first base, I've been seeing him a lot lately, and I know we know him. I think it's from volleyball, but I don't know. I can't place him. So if you see him,
Okay. Yeah, you're asking me a question I probably don't know the answer to.
I know
so.
I'm not asking the name. I'm just
He acts
asking
like
how
we
we
can
know
actually
him.
see the field.
Yeah, you know me. I don't know names.
No, but you can help me with the reference because I know we
Okay.
know him from somewhere else.
First pitch misses outside to Coleman Roberts, the second baseman. The count runs to 1 ball, no strikes.
The guy that's at second base has a short fuse. He lit up the team last week. I think it was Bancroft. But the first base umpire ran him in the 7th, so.
1-0 pitch coming up. 1-0 pitch is flied out towards shallow left field. Coming in is going to be Snyder. Heading out will be the shortstop, and Wallace will make the catch for the second out of the inning. And Doug, that looked like good communication there. Both guys breaking hard on the ball. Normally you see the left fielder take that, but re-stepped aside and left Wallace make the catch.
There's verbal communication and there's physical communication, and you can see the shortstop with his verbal communication. He was hollering, but you could hear him. But you could also see with his hands, and Reese was looking at his hands going because he was pushing him away. I got it.
Bryce Smith, the DH, now steps in for the Whitecaps, and we're going to get a timeout called at home plate before the first pitch.
And Reese did exactly like the outfielder did. He left him take it and was right behind him to make sure that if the ball happened to pop out of his glove or anything like that, he was going to be right there to catch it.
Unlike the Cardinals out in left field last night.
I still think Fowler called him off.
Pitch on the way is going to be a hit my pitch. So runners now going to be on first and second here.
That's two cases where Hudson's curveball didn't curve.
Yeah, and he had one early against Brandenburg that almost didn't break. That'll bring up the fifth guy in the lineup, the right fielder Eli Young. So 2 out and 2 on right now for the Whitecaps. We're here in the top of the first inning. 9-inning game, if I remember right today.
9-inning game. It's this weekend game. Yep. Hope we're not like last week. It was 18-15.
Yeah, I hope not. I might leave before that one gets over.
I thought about it.
Pitch on the way. Strike on the inside corner, and the count is 0. We'll leave Doug here to call the rest of the game if that's the case.
He can do it, though. That's
I know he
could.
could.
I got my nap, that's for sure. I certainly shouldn't have any reason to fall
You got a
asleep.
nap in this afternoon?
I was telling him I sat down and I was asleep an hour and a half at least.
I had
Good
a
for him.
boy.
Yeah. The 0-1 pitch coming up. Taking a long look back at the runner at second base. That pitch just misses outside, and the count runs to 1-1 now at Young. Berquist dancing around out there, really trying to get kind of in Hudson's line of sight when he's coming to the stop on that stretch. He's got a pretty decent lead, not holding the runner on over at first with the runner at second. Berquist again dancing around. Hudson takes a long look back, now comes to the plate, and the pitch is flied out towards shallow left field. Drifting over towards the foul line is Snyder, and Reese will make the catch, and that is the final out here of the inning. No runs on no hits, no errors, 2 left for the Whitecaps in the top of the first. We've got the bottom of the first coming up right after this on 93.7 KKRL.
The 2019 Merchant corporate sponsors are Sparky's One Stop, Anytime Fitness, Ike Allen Distributing, Merchant Park Concession, Culver's, Giant Seeds, Pit Stop Auto Wash, Platinum Fitness, and now on to the broadcast booth. We would like to thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019, Bruner, Reinhardt, and Morton LLP. Giant Seeds, Piranha Club, Lincoln Highway Pharmacy, Platinum Fitness, Templeton Savings Bank, State Wealth Management,
Let's take a look at our starting lineup for the Merchants here tonight. Leading things off with a shortstop, Michael Wallace. Playing third and batting second is Andrew Fay. The DH, Nick Supel, will hit in a 3-hole. Batting cleanup and catching is Ben Berg. Over at first base batting fifth is Brendan Larkin. The second baseman, Ford Schrader, will hit in the number 6-hole. Playing right field batting seventh is Ryan Booth. Out in center field batting eighth is short Chase Forton. And the left fielder, Reese Snyder, is in the number 9-hole. Again, Joey Hudson is going to be pitching tonight and not batting. They'll be facing Doug Barker from Storm Lake. The rest of that Storm Lake defense tonight, Tyler Ward behind the plate. Christian Clear is at first. Coleman Roberts at second. Colton Mills is at third. Tyler Brandenburg is the shortstop. The outfielders tonight from left to right field, Blake Berquist in left, Noah McCreary in center, and Eli Young is the right fielder here tonight. Jeff Blankman, Doug Waniger, and Jeff Honnold with you. And Jeff, I just got to thinking about this. We have not come up with a nickname yet for Waniger, so we've got to think of something. All the rest of us have some kind of a crazy nickname. We have not thought of something for Doug yet.
He's such my elder that I don't want to disrespect him.
Well, he probably hit on it right there.
So is that his name, the Elder?
There we go.
I've had a lot of nicknames, but it depends on who you talk to what that nickname might be.
I've had a lot of names. I don't know if they're nicknames or not, but I've been called a lot of things. Michael Wallace will step in. First pitch from Barker on the way. Going to be a breaking ball. Misses low and away, and the count runs to 1-0.
This starts first night of a pretty long run for all of us.
Yeah, there's a lot of ball games this week. You get into tournament trail in the high school scene, and then there's a good amount of merchant games this week, too.
1-0 pitch up top. Going to run the count now to 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, we've got softball playoffs and I bet regular season baseball tomorrow at noonish. Carroll against Kemper will get underway at around noon. I'll have that game on KCM. There's a ground ball base hit out in the left field for Wallace. So a leadoff single against Barker, and we know that Wallace runs really well, guys, so would not be at all surprised to see him take off within the first couple of pitches, because Barker doesn't look like, as of right now, at least out of the windup, he doesn't get it to the plate real quick.
Yeah, he's got a slow delivery, so I think Wallace is going to get a good read on it. He probably won't go with the first pitch, but...
Don't be surprised with Fay. He's been hitting pretty well. They might even try a little hit and run.
So Fay, the third baseman, will step in for the Merchants. Again, that Carroll-Kemper baseball game tomorrow right here at Merchants Park will be on KCIM. JV game gets underway at 10, figuring varsity around noon.
That's a reschedule from last Wednesday.
Last Wednesday. There's a fly ball out in towards right field. Young coming in. And that ball is going to drop. They'll have a play at second, but getting down to second in time is Wallace. So back-to-back base hits for the Merchants puts runners on at first and second with nobody out, and the batter will be the designated hitter, Nick Supel.
That's one of those situations where the runner at first base is kind of hung out to dry because he's got to get to second if it drops. And that was a close play. The second baseman thought he had him. I actually thought they were going to call him out.
Wallace
But
needed all that speed
he did get down there. Now we got runners at first and second with nobody out.
You mentioned Wallace's speed. He needed all that.
Roberts was headed out. Young coming in. Neither one of them able to get there to make the play. Now Supel, who had a home run jump said the other night, will step in. The right-handed hitter against the right-handed pitcher. Pitch on the way. That one's in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Tomorrow night for softball playoffs, I'll have Audubon at Zyra Elkhorn Kimballton on KCIM beginning at 5:30. We'll have Mr. Honnold down at Coon Rapids. He'll have Caminita at Coon Rapids Baird at 7 o'clock on KKRL. And then John Ryan will be in Wall Lake as East hosts the Pocahontas Area Ball Club. And that'll be on Kick 106.7. So we'll have 3 playoff softball games tomorrow night, plus Carroll and Kemper baseball at noon on KCIM tomorrow.
Well,
We've got a quick timeout.
You got John out of retirement?
I did.
Is he going to make it to rewind then, or is he going to need to nap in?
He might have to nap. We'll see. It's his birthday today. I forgot to send him a text message.
I sent him a little picture today.
Happy
I thought he'd enjoy it.
Anybody that knows John Ryan, send him a quick text. Wish him a happy birthday. It is his birthday here today.
He must be about 60.
I'm figuring about 65, yeah.
I want to ask him Tuesday.
Pitch misses outside. I won't say anything about the gray hair he's got because he didn't like that when I brought it up when he was down in Australia.
Well, that's true. You brought up about the Grecian. Yeah, that didn't go over well. I looked today in the mirror. I got a lot of gray going on.
Yes, you do.
I have to shave this back
off.
off.
The funny thing is the elder over here is probably the one with the least gray out of all the 3 of us.
That's because he dies.
Yep.
Runners on first and second. Nobody out. Breaking ball down in the dirt to Supel. Count runs to 2-1 now on Supel.
Give a little shout out to Randy. You know, my boy down there at All Nat, our Natural Look Salon.
Yeah.
No, for the record, I don't die.
I want to know how you had, because your dad didn't have a whole lot of hair. I'm kind of surprised you're that thick yet.
Yeah, it's all there. It's whatever. That's all I got going for me, I guess.
I'm not going to give you any.
2-1 pitch coming up. And the pitch on the way is going to be taken up top by Supel, and it's now 3 balls and 1 strike. So after giving up a couple of singles to Wallace and to Fay, Barker right now struggling to find the strike zone here against Supel. Next batter again is Ben Berg.
I don't know if you heard the cowbells during the commercials, but he threw one to the backstop, and they made sure they cheered him.
Pitch on the way. That's going to be a breaking ball. Catches at the corner, low and away, and the count runs full now on Supel.
Yeah, Supel's been hitting the ball well. We don't get to keep stats, but I know all the games that I go on, you can count on him for a couple of hits. It seems like every ball game puts it in play, doesn't strike out a lot.
He's DHing tonight, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
It's kind of odd not keeping a book order.
3-2 pitch coming up. There is a foul ball back out of screen. I could have brought you one.
I have 2 of them behind me.
Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Oh, that's right, because today was supposed to be your day off, but then you told me to turn your mic up, and I'm sure the audience is thinking why.
Because I got to defend myself. I don't trust you.
Be interesting to see if the Merchants run on this pitch.
3-2 pitch here. Barker again taking his time out of the stretch. The righty comes to the plate. There's a chopper foul.
They were not.
And the count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Supple.
You can either ignite an inning or run yourself right out of an inning. It depends on what your philosophy is going to be. I like to see him force the action a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that Cody wouldn't do that, considering he played, under Randy Snyder, who was aggressive on the base path.
Rod Berg and I talk a lot about the difference between baseball and softball. And softball, I'm bunting in this situation. Even with 3-2 count, I still might bunt.
3-2 pitch. And I guess for me, it would probably depend who's at the plate.
Who's at the plate?
Yeah.
But if you got a bad hitter and you got 2 strikes on them, the chances of them getting a bunt down, I think, are better than the chances of getting a hit. And you advance your runners and put them in scoring position.
If I've got my number 3 hitter in Allie Mertz, I'm probably not bunting her.
You know what? We've been burned on it a couple times this year.
3-2 pitch coming up.
And it depends on the situation.
It does, absolutely. Line shot going to get out into right field. 1 run going to come towards the plate. The throw is going to be let through. It'll bounce off a Barker. Second run now coming to the plate. And the Merchants are going to take a 2-0 lead here on the bottom of the first inning.
Just off the glove of the second baseman on that play. And that went from being a double play or a near-miss double play to a 2-run single as it turned out, and he advances to second on the throw.
How about Bay, though, being alert there? That ball got all the way back to the backstop and kind of held up. He took off with his speed and got that second run in. That's heads-up baseball.
Well, that's what we always tell those runners. Don't ever turn your eye from the play. Don't ever think the play's over.
Yep, Supple advances up to second on the play as well. Merchants lead it here 2-0. Ben Berg going to step in.
Benny's had a real solid year. Back behind the plate again today.
Yeah. He's just a good baseball player. Barker with the pitch. That's going to break low and away. And well out of the strike zone, and the count runs to 1-0. Brendan Larkin, who needs a new pair of pants, the way it looks, is going to be checking in.
I think that's from being hit there so often.
I'm kind of wondering.
He got hit twice last night, or the other night. They're having trouble, they said, finding pants for everybody.
There's a chopper up base hit. That's going to get out into left field. They'll hold up Supple. The throw surprisingly comes into the plate, but not advancing on the throw is going to be Berg. So runners now on the corners.
Just a good solid base hit by Berg. Advances the runner on that play and see if they can get him down to second base here.
But Brendan Larkin will step in. Larkin's had a really good year. Again, folks, as Honnold has said, probably leads the league in hit by pitches. He's got to be between 15 and 20 now, because the last time I was here, he was at 12, and you said he got hit 2 more times last night.
I'm thinking he's around that 16-17 mark right now.
Berg with a decent lead over at first. Clear will hold him on. Pitch on the way.
Oh, yeah.
There's a shot. That one could be gone. And it is. The umpire looking a fair ball, and it's a home run. A 3-run blast off of the bat of Brendan Larkin, and the Merchants take a 5-0 lead.
Yeah, he hit that about 360. The only question was whether it was going to be fair or foul. From this angle, I couldn't tell, but the umpire had a good clear look at it and gave the signal for home run.
Let's hope that gets him ignited. That kid has gone through a lot, just in injuries and everything else, and he's got the stroke. It's nice to see him using it now.
I was going to say, that ankle looks like it's a little better, but it looks like he's got a brace on it. He hurt it the last time I was here. Ford Schrader will step in now, the second baseman. Schrader, Jeff, kind of new to the team a little bit.
Yeah, he was here as a freshman, and then got a knee injury rehab. He played for Augustana last year and made a run with them, and actually just called. He was working up in Sioux Falls and said, hey, coming down, do you guys need anything? And they said, hey, can you play? So he went out and bought new cleats.
Pitch on the way. Breaking ball in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1.
And the last I talked to him, he was using an old glove that he borrowed that he found from his host family's house. So
was he the one that came down to visit his host family?
Yep.
And they said, hey, we could use you to play, so he's playing.
Yeah, came down to see the Maliks and ended up playing the other night. He's here for the duration now.
0-2 the count right now on Schrader.
Real nice kid.
Yeah, this baseball season's really rolling along. Over half the games are over already, and
0-2 pitch misses outside. Jeff, I see Christopher Kristoviak over to our right handing out tickets. He's got a black eye. Do you have any idea why?
I wanted to ask him tonight, and he didn't come up here.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I'll ask him.
1-2 pitch misses, and the count runs now to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
So Ford Schrader plays for Augustana, Jeff?
Yes,
Is that
sir.
correct?
He said he got in a fight with the walrus. That means must be a girl knocked him out.
2-2 pitch taken up. Top high. Count runs to 3-2.
Might be Adam. Adam might have done. Where's Adam at? He'll tell me.
Bunker's got to be a little frustrated because he's struggling to find the strike zone, and when he does, they hit it.
Pitch on the way. There's a flare out towards right field. That'll get a runner up to first. Thought maybe that would get far enough for Schrader to dig for second, but it doesn't. A single. And it's now 5-0 with a runner at first, and still nobody out here in the inning, and we're going to get a visit to the mound.
Noah Paper, the head coach for the Storm Lake Whitecaps, coming out to talk to his young pitcher who's struggling a little bit to start the ball game.
Noah.
6 hits already on the night for the Merchants.
Noah's a young guy. I go down there in the dugout trying to find him, and he mixes in well with the players.
It is, because he was standing right at the end of the steps today. I walked down there, and I'm like, he's like, hey, can I help you? And I'm like, yeah, I'm looking for the head coach. He goes, that would be me.
Yeah, nice young guy.
He's probably heard it before then.
Yeah, I didn't say anything to him, but I was like, wow, you look like you could be a player. I wish I still looked like that. I do say that.
You never looked that good.
I wish I was that young.
I don't know if I'd want to go back to being that young, but I think I could handle looking like I was.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I don't know if I'd want to have to go through the last 20 years over again is the thing. Ryan Booth, the scheduled hitter. He'll stamp in. Visit over to the mound is over.
Yeah, the last 20 have been pretty good for me. It was the 20 before that was probably a little rough.
Pitch on the way. Gonna miss low and away, and the count runs to 1 ball and no strikes.
My last 28 have been awesome.
Is it your anniversary today?
Close. It's getting there.
I don't even know why he thinks he needs to suck up.
Yeah. Pitch on the way.
Have you not been around me? I gotta take every good shot.
I tell you what, after the comments that he was making out at the Muni there to Lisa at their party here a couple weekends, or was that last weekend? Yeah, he's got a lot of digging that he needs to do.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
You know what? Lisa's got nobody to blame but herself, does she?
Yeah.
But there's a special place in heaven for her. We all know that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right beside me when I get up.
Crowd's filling in a little bit more and more as the game goes on.
2-1 pitch on the way. There is a chopper foul at the plate. Count runs to 2-2 now on Booth. Chase Corton is waiting on deck.
Say we're over 300 so far for the night.
Yeah, probably real close to that.
I've been pretty good at the counts lately. We got JP back, so we'll get our count. He was in Arizona. He's spending a week down in Arizona and relaxing.
He's not allowed to do that in June or July, is he?
Why would you want to do that in June and July? It's like 110 down there.
2-2 pitch, breaking ball, misses inside, and the count runs full on Booth.
I don't ask him silly questions.
By the way, folks, I do want to let everybody know that wants to tune in Tuesday morning to our Rewind program, 9:30 to 10 o'clock on 1380 KCIM and 95.1 FM. We will have Blaze Gunnarsson joining us to talk about his college decision.
And I'll have my baseball bat to beat him.
3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. That'll be the first out here in the bottom half of the first inning.
That's just a really exciting opportunity for a young man. I mean, we see all these kids play college football and stuff, and you don't realize the recruiting process that they all go through and the pressure that they're put under. I know I've talked to several of his family members, and they're just glad that the decision's been made and he can kind of go on with his life a little bit.
Yeah, I'm happy for him that he doesn't have to worry about it anymore. There's a chop route towards second. This could be 2. There's going to be the tag by Roberts. The throw to first is in time. So Corton grounds into the 4-4-3 double play, and that will end the inning here. But the Merchants put 5 runs across the board. They get 5 runs on 6 hits. There was a 1 error. They leave it. Nobody left on base. We're through 1 complete. Merchants on top here 5-0. We're back in a minute on KKR.
19 Merchant corporate sponsors are Merchant Park Concession, Kick 106.7, KCIM 1380 92.5, 93.7 KKRL. And now, on to the broadcast booth.
Carroll, proud sponsor of the Carroll Merchants broadcast.
I choose Stein because they are the leaders in innovation. It's a great, great team. The next 5 to 10 years are going to be extremely exciting around Stein Seed Company.
I choose performance.
Service.
Results. I choose Stein because Stein has yield.
True advocacy. There's no questioning the dedication and passion these people have towards Stein, a company they choose to believe in. I'm Myron Stein, and I don't take this kind of commitment for granted. I truly appreciate their choice, and it's my hope that you choose Stein too.
Jeff Blankman, Doug Waniger, and Jeff Honnold with you here tonight. Honnold disappearing for a little while, so we'll turn his mic down. But Doug, a really good first inning for the Merchants. The two other times that I've seen them anyway against the against the Whitecaps, they've fallen behind 5-0, and they just turned around and flip-flopped out here tonight.
Yeah, it was the other way around. Let's hope we can get a good pitching performance out of Hudson and make this a quick game now.
By the way, I did text John Ryan happy birthday in between the half innings here. He just texted me and said that he's going to retire. So Tyler Ward, Colton Mills, and Christian Clear are the scheduled hitters here today.
Just got a text from Mr. John Hayden down in Coon Rapids listening to the broadcast today. He said Coon Rapids is well represented with Honnold and I said, I don't know about well represented, but represented. But good luck to John and John Waddle.
John, a great coach down there with that coaching staff, you bet.
Do quite a job winning the conference championship this year. We got another hit batter.
Yeah, third one of the ball game here tonight for Hudson. Talk about two guys that know the game of baseball. We could sit down and learn from them, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. A lot of people could.
Yeah, absolutely. Colton Mills going to step in. Did want to announce here real quick, we do have other playoff softball games tomorrow night. Glidden Ralston will be at Woodbine. The other games around the area are we visit St. Albert, and IK Manning host Tri-Center. Will not be able to get to those tomorrow night. We'll try to get to some of those teams as the playoffs continue. First pitch to Mills misses outside. Count runs to 1-0. When you got 7 teams playing in the playoffs and they're all at different locations, I can't quite get to everybody on the first night.
And I think Kipper's got a baseball game tomorrow night, too. I think they got a doubleheader tomorrow.
They play Atlantic, I think, here tomorrow night.
Is it Atlantic?
Let me look. 2-0
they
count
played
right
Atlantic
now.
on
They did. I'll have to
Friday in a disappointing 3-2 loss in like 10 innings.
It's Gilbert.
Tomorrow night.
Yep,
That's what
Gilbert
I thought.
Tomorrow night. I have so many games going on tomorrow, it's hard for me to keep track of everything. 2-0 pitch in there for a strike, and the count runs to 2-1 on Mills.
Talking about Atlantic, Jeff, I don't know if you heard the scuttle or not, but they're talking about possibly putting in artificial turf down there.
I've
talked
heard
to
that.
One of the gentlemen, one of the parents whose kids wrestle, and he said it's certainly something that's on the table. It's not final yet, but
2-1 pitch is swung on and missed. I've had a few conversations with some of the radio guys down there about that. So, be interesting to see if they can get her done.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of turf for baseball, but boy, when you've got a limited amount of time to get your games in and stuff, and if you've got the funds available to do it and put the turf in, it's not a bad way to go.
No, there's a swing and a miss. Second strikeout tonight for Hudson.
If he stays
out here in the inning, and that's going to bring up Christian Clear.
Staying away from his curveball, he's doing fine. He's just struggling to get command of his curveball with the 3 hit batters that he's had already.
Well, that's been both pitchers here tonight struggling with their breaking balls.
Might have something to do with the humidity. You think it actually would be beneficial.
Well, hopefully it's not too strong. I got to go for about a 5-mile run yet tonight.
Why would one have to go for a 5-mile run?
Because I didn't get one in this morning. Pitch misses inside the clear, and the count is 1-0.
I got news for you. I didn't get one either, and I don't have to take one.
Well, I still got 20 pounds I want to drop, so.
I got that problem too, but need to get on my bicycle. I rode up to Breda the other day on the trail. There's another hit batter.
Hit my pitch.
Same situation.
Yeah.
Curveball coming across the plate, and it curved into the left-handed batter's box and hit the hitter. Clear right on the hip.
And that is the 4th hit my pitch for Hudson here tonight. That'll bring up Noah McCreary, the center fielder, his first time up. Number 9 guy in the lineup, so that means that the Whitecaps will start their second time against Hudson coming up with the next batter. 2 on, 1 out. Top half of the second inning, 5-0. Merchants with the lead.
So far, those hit by pitches have been what they call effectively wild.
Pitch on the way. Line drive over to Larkin. He'll glove it. Steps on the bag for the double play. L3-3U ends the top half of the second inning. And the Merchants to get out of a little bit of trouble. And no runs on it, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. We head here to the bottom of the second. Merchants leading this one 5-0. We're back in 1 minute here on KKRL.
Hi, I am Renee Schoen from Des Moines Area Community College's Carroll campus. You may be eligible for free training on our campus that will qualify you for a career in welding or healthcare. Our Workforce Training Academy can connect you with short-term training opportunities for these high-demand careers. This training can be offered at no cost to you. Contact us today to see if you meet the eligibility requirements and to make the first step toward a welding certificate or certified nurse aid training that will make you employable fast. Call me today at 792-1755.
Hello, baseball fans. This is Kelly Danner with Roselle Mutual and Grinnell Mutual. We've been serving the Carroll area since 1876. Think about that. That's when players traveled by horse and buggy, before Babe Ruth was traded, and even before our beloved Cubs won their first World Series. There's been a lot of changes in the world. One thing that hasn't changed is Roselle Mutual's dedication and commitment to our customers. Give us a call at 792-4525 and let us help you with all your insurance needs. Go Merchants!
Now the Merchants put 5 on the board in the top of the first. We'll see what they can do here in the bottom of the second inning. They lead it right now 5-0. Reese Snyder will be followed by Michael Wallace and Andrew Flay. Jeff Blankman and Doug Waniger with you here tonight, or this afternoon, I should say.
Jeff,
I'm not going to turn you up.
Jeff, it's not often that you see a pitcher hit 4 batters in 2 innings and not give up any runs. And that one he just gave up a line shot down to the first baseman. And Christian Clear, who had advanced on after being hit by the pitch, he was just hung out to dry. He was about 10 feet off the base. He didn't even get a turnaround and come back. He was out.
Terrific play by Larkin. Lucky in a way for the Merchants, but a terrific play by Larkin.
It was lucky that it was hit right at him. He didn't have to move.
Yeah, that ball gets by him. It's about another 3 foot one direction or the other. It's probably out in the right field. Yep.
In the corner for 2.
Sometimes just getting yourself in the right position is huge, and Larkin was in the right spot. So Reese Snyder will step in. The former Kemper Knight, again up at Morningside, playing some college baseball. He'll step in. The lefty has had a really nice summer. He's been busy as heck coaching freshman baseball as well.
Yeah, Reese can play a number of different positions. You'll see him on the infield. Tonight he's in the outfield, out there in left field, and he's just one of those baseball nuts that loves the game, willing to put in the time that it takes to be a good baseball player.
1-0 pitch going to be on the corner for strike 1, and the count runs to 1-1.
His batting average has probably struggled a little bit this year, but I know I've seen a couple games where he had a couple hits, and took him a while to get in a groove.
1-1 pitch, reaches out, pops that one down the third base line. Mills giving chase, not going to be able to catch it as it's in foul territory, and it dropped about 2 steps away from him, and the count runs to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Do want to give my former landlords, Adam and Jen Detlinger, they're here with their 2 daughters tonight, so I want to give them a quick shout out here tonight. Used to rent from them before I found a place.
It's always better to be owning than renting if you can.
Yep. They were really good to me, though, so I thank them for that. Michael Wallace will step in now, or excuse me, Snyder's still there. 1-2 count.
You know, you sit at this field and
another foul ball. This one's going to drift out of play up the third base side, and the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Until you go to some of the other ballparks around, you don't realize how much room there is in foul territory. There's a good 120 feet maybe.
Yeah, probably. 1-2 pitch breaking ball in there for strike 3. Nice pitch that time by Barker. Got the breaking ball across. That'll be his second strikeout of the ball game. First down here in the bottom of the second. It'll bring up Michael Wallace.
I don't think Reese liked that call. He walks back to the dugout about as slowly as his dad walks to him from the dugout in the baseball games.
The nice thing is, though, is I guess not nice thing. The thing is that outside strike's been, I think, called all night long.
Well, that's all you can ask for is consistency.
So that is going to bring up Wallace, who singled and scored his first time up.
I think this umpire knows that, the season gets long, the pitching gets a little bit short for some of these teams, and, the last thing you want to do is sit here and be playing baseball for 4 hours and 50 minutes and have 12, 15 walks and hit batters and that sort of stuff. So
it's a 9-inning game. Just the other night, the 2 teams that were with the Merchants, them and their opponent combined for 25 walks and hit by pitch again. So,
a second time?
Makes for a second, like you said, a 9-inning game gets to be really long for the fans even sitting in the stands. 1-1 pitch coming up here.
Yeah, and you got batters just standing up there looking at pitches coming across and not having to swing the bat. That's not as entertaining either.
Chopper foul, and Cody bobbling one over there. There's a chance to give him a little bit of a hard time as he was unable to make the play in the third base coach's box.
Am I off probation?
Yeah, you're off. I turned your mic down when you left.
I got to go talk to my cousin. I haven't done that all year.
Okay. Well, I wasn't complaining.
There's probably a reason for that. It's his cousin that perhaps sees him coming.
Yeah, move that.
Yeah. It was kind of a funky little delivery, and we're going to get a hit by pitch.
Yeah,
he actually stopped halfway through his windup and did a little double hitch there. That was really strange.
A little Louis, it wasn't even a Louis Tiant type action, but it was he pumped himself up a couple times on his.
Oh, he's laughing. So I think he was trying to stop because he was talking to his catcher. I think he was trying to stop and couldn't get stopped.
Well, it would have been a balk if he'd have stopped in the middle of the windup.
Wouldn't have hurt him.
Yeah. So Andrew Fay now steps in. Fay singled and scored back in the first inning. Part of that 5-run bottom in the first for the Merchants. Pitch on the way. Dismisses low and inside, and the count runs to 1-1. Murray is here today, Jeff. Murray, the mascot.
Yeah, been here last couple times. Thanks to the folks at Serendipity. They're the ones that been helping out with that.
1-0 pitch. Runner goes. That ball's going to be up in the air to the first baseman. He'll make the catch. Actually, that was a chopper at the plate. I thought it was up into the air, but
I did too.
It's going to be 2
I
out.
thought we were looking at a double play.
I did too. So that one had to hit right at the plate because I didn't see it. I just saw it up in the air. But making the play was clear over at first base. He steps on the bag ahead of Fay. There are 2 outs in the inning. Wallace moves up to second, and the batter is Nick Supple.
Gives Supple a chance to get a base hit. He'll score a run here from second base.
Now, Supple singled his last time up, moved up to second on the throw to the plate, drove in a run with that. Two runs had come in to score on the play, but one of them scored on an error, not due to his hit.
Well, there's not the slightest bit of breeze today, is there?
No, there is not. Well, he got Honnold over here with his fan on him.
I thought you were going to say we got Honnold over here.
But that's hot air.
Figure out how to turn a mister. I'm trying to work a mister onto it.
We don't need water spraying all over the place.
You don't.
Pitch on the way. It's 80 degrees, dude. The pitch misses outside, and the count's 1-0 to Supple.
Wallace is down there playing a cat and mouse game with the pitcher.
You're the guy, though, that wear a hoodie at 80.
Yes.
I'm just trying to say comfortable.
I do have a hoodie in the vehicle.
I know
in case it gets chilly.
So do I. You never know when it'll drop below 70.
Absolutely. There's a throw out to second. Back in it safely going to be Wallace. Fairly close play out there. Pretty good move that time by Barker.
Wallace has been dancing around trying to draw his attention a little bit, and he's got his attention now.
Yeah, Roberts, the second baseman, came in that time for the late coverage.
I think they're trying to keep him close so that he doesn't score if there is a base hit.
1-0 pitch coming up here from Barker. And the 1-0 pitch on the way. It's going to be taken low and away. That's going to get away. The throw down to third, not going to be in time. Only bounced about a foot and a half away from the catcher Ward, but Wallace paying attention and able to get down there on the pass ball.
Again, I know the young kids out here listening can't hear us, but what Wallace did on that play is he was paying attention out there, got his lead, got his secondary lead, and as soon as he saw that ball to the dirt, he took off.
2-0 the count right now on the batter, Supple. And the pitch on the way, fouled out of play. And the count runs to 2-1.
Supple would like to have that pitch back. That was certainly one he could handle. It was right in his wheelhouse, and he just was late getting around on it.
I know we've got a really deep center field here, but it just seems like McCreary is playing still pretty shallow with Supple at the plate. Now he's starting to back up a little bit.
He's playing at about 360, probably 355, something like that.
Yeah. 2-1 pitch. Going to miss outside. Count runs to 3-1. Wallace is getting a huge lead over there at third. Barker, of course, with a runner only on third, is coming out of the windup, so Wallace taking advantage of that. I think even if a ball only gets 5-10 feet away from the catcher, he'll have an opportunity to score with that secondary lead he's getting.
Yeah, he's got good speed, and like you said, he reads the baseball left as Supple walks.
Yeah, ball 4. That one misses low and away. First walk issued tonight for Barker. And that's going to bring to the plate now Ben Berg, the catcher. Benny singled his first time up and eventually came around to score.
Benny found a hole between third and short his last at bat, drove in a run.
Been struggling just a little bit. I mean, he's been getting some base hits, but timing just a little off. See if he can maybe barrel one up now.
Got him hitting in the 5 spot tonight.
Actually in the 4 hole. Pitch on the way. There is a breaking ball in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1.
I think Benny trimmed his curls a little bit, didn't he?
He did. He took like 4 inches or something like that off. Yeah. We teased him about the look early in the season, and took him about 2 weeks, and he trimmed it up. There's a swing and a miss, and the count is 0-2. I think what it was is it got a little warmer.
Yeah.
And I think he felt the need to make it a little bit shorter.
It must get cold out there in central Nebraska where he plays out there at Concordia.
Well, he said he doesn't have to be around Coach Berg or Coach Snyder, so he could grow it out a little longer.
0-2 pitch coming up here. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the second. Merchant still looking for that first hit here in the inning. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball just misses inside.
He's called that pitch a strike.
He has.
I noticed you waited on it, too.
Yep.
See if Ben can come through with a big 2-out hit here. Put another run on the board for the Merchants.
Larkin waiting on deck. Pitch on the way. There's a shot base hit out into center field. Run going to come in to score. Supel going to move up to second on the play, and Bergey's got his first RBI here tonight.
Just a good job of hitting. Saw the pitch, just waited, and drove it into center field. Nice line shot base hit.
Merchants lead it now by a score of 6-0. 7 hits on the night right now for the Merchants.
So Larkin ripped that line shot over the foul pole in left field his first at bat. You think he might be thinking about that again when he steps up here with a 6-0 lead? Chance for a 3-run dinger?
Yeah, he might be. I'm sure Barker's probably thinking don't throw him one out over the plate again.
I'm guessing you're going to see a curveball something outside.
Well, if he hangs it could be trouble.
I guess inside hitting him.
Pitch on the way. Breaking ball misses low and away, and the count runs to 1-0.
He's going to stay away from him. He's not going to give him that fat pitch that he gave him. I think that was the first pitch, too.
Yep. Yeah,
he hammered it.
It was the first pitch he saw. He knew that he was going to get something good to hit.
Well, he had to because he had so many. I think the bases weren't loaded. It was 2 on at the time.
Yeah, 2 on at the time, and he had just given up 3 straight hits, 4 straight hits. Spin throw over to second, and just back in ahead of the tag is going to be Supel.
Supel almost caught napping out there.
Tell you what, Coleman Roberts, the second baseman, does a pretty good job kind of sneaking in from behind the base to get that little play out at second base.
Yeah, he's playing right now. He's only about 12 feet off the bag.
Pitch on the way. That's a breaking ball, and it's going to get away from the catcher Ward, but not far enough for any of the runners to move.
Yeah, Supel doesn't have the speed to advance on that. Berg might have if he could have went from first to second, but Supel's down there, and he doesn't quite have the wheels to get over to third as quick as somebody like Wallace or Snyder or somebody like that.
Counts 2-0 right now on Larkin. Ford Schrader waiting on deck. Pitch on the way, misses outside, and the count runs to 3-0. Almost an hour into this one, guys, and we're still in the bottom half of the second inning.
It could be a while. As we predicted, he's not going to give Larkin anything to hit.
No, I might be running after dark tonight at the rate this one's going.
Anybody sees him, go after him.
3-0 pitch in there for a strike, and the count is 3-1.
Do you wear blinking lights or anything that I know what to aim at?
Not after. Well, I haven't had to run after dark, but I might have to tonight. Again, we got Supel out at second, Berg on at first.
I could go get my bike and ride alongside you.
That would work.
Ooh, 2 for 1.
Pitch on the way. There's a swing and a miss, and the count runs full.
I think Larkin liked that pitch a lot.
I think so. And he wanted it, but that one that didn't hang, that one broke, and that's what got him.
Runner's going to be off with the pitch here. 3-2, 2 out.
Cody near third base giving out those instructions. He'll head back now to the coach's box up the third base side. And, Jeff, while we have a second, Trey Mullenberg, the assistant coach you were telling me, he's got a new job after the season ends.
He's going to be at Western Illinois University, a D1 program, so congratulations.
Yeah,
Trey.
Absolutely. Good job for him. Congratulations. Got a chance to talk to him briefly before the game. There's a pitch going to miss outside. And that is ball 4, so another walk. Second one by Barker. And the Merchants have the bases loaded now for Ford Schrader, who hit a single and then was part of a 4-3 double play to end the first inning.
Barker wanted nothing to do with Larkin on that at bat. Every pitch was outside.
Did you say you had Trey talking? He's so quiet.
Yeah, I went down, congratulated him, talked to him for about 30 seconds about his new job. So,
really good guy. He's just a quiet guy. He's one of those real analytical, just sharp young man.
Pitch on the way in there for a strike. So what you're saying is he's nothing like you.
Opposite of me. Tall,
quiet,
and
smart.
And good looking. I got the opposite going on. I make it up with charm.
0-1 pitch. Lisa would disagree with that. That's going to miss, and the count runs to 1-1.
How would you describe Honnold?
You know,
awesome. One word, awesome.
I don't know if I can say it live on the radio.
I don't even know if I know a word.
1-1 pitch in there for a strike.
Your name came up over lunch, Honnold.
Oh, God. Where were you?
We were out at lunch with Daniel Ike's wife, who you work with, I believe.
Cassandra, yes.
Yeah, Cassandra, yes.
Yes, she just had a little one.
Mm-hmm.
1-2 pitch coming up, and that's going to be down in the dirt. Count runs to 2-2.
Got to see that little one for the first time today.
She's brought in the office a couple times.
What's that?
She's come in a couple times now.
Yeah.
Ryan Booth waiting on deck. He'd love nothing more than an opportunity to hit with runners still on base or after a grand slam. Pitch on the way. There is a fly ball. That's out towards right field, but drifting over is going to be Young. He'll make the catch. And that is going to be the final out of the inning. Merchants threaten. They do get one run across the board. They pick up that one run on one hit. There was no errors. They leave 3 on base. We're through 2. We're going to head to the top of the third. It's 6-0. Merchants with the lead. Back in 1 minute here on KKRL.
We would like to thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Anytime Fitness, Computer Concepts of Iowa, Court Street, LLC, Lens Insurance and Real Estate, Litterdale Country Store, Carroll Glass, Market on 30, Merchant Park Concessions. We would like to thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Bloomers Bar and Grill, Echo Electronic, Roman Stephenson Son Construction, Gretaman Associates Insurance and Real Estate, Region 12 Council of Governments, Windstar Lines, Pro Auto, United Bank of Iowa,
Jackson Gross able to do something that Barry Bruner was not, and that's throw the ice cream thing through the Culver's cone and win himself a cone. So congratulations to Jackson.
He's obviously got a lot better arm and better athletic ability than his dad does. I know Kevin would still be standing there trying to throw that ball through there and wouldn't be able to figure it out, I'm guessing. I know his mom
Barry
would.
Bruner is the only one I've ever seen not make it through there, though. Everybody else has made it, so.
So congratulations to him. Maybe they'll have to have his dad go out and throw a competition against Barry.
Yeah, there you go.
The problem is they might have to do that over several innings till somebody gets one.
It's going to be like these first 2 innings. It's going to take forever.
We'll
continue it in the 4th inning.
Yes, we head here to the top of the third. Tyler Brandenburg, Blake Berquist, and Coleman Roberts are going to be the scheduled hitters for the Whitecaps of Storm Lake.
Hudson struggled for Carroll, but he's gotten bailed out of the first 2 innings. That last one, that line shot double play caught down there by Larkin at first base, and they escaped without giving up any runs.
Chopper foul on the first pitch, and the count is 0-1. Brandenburg struck out looking to open up the ball game. 1 of 2 strikeouts here tonight for Hudson. He has hit 4, but has not given up any hits yet in the ball game.
Like I said earlier, that's called effectively wild.
Pitch on the way. Got him to chase a high breaking ball. That's popped out into left center field. Coming in, ended up making the play on the run is Corton. And there is a 1 out here in the inning.
Good read by Corton off the bat. He was on that thing immediately, and shortstop backed off and left him make the play out there in short left center.
Brett Luck's in the house here tonight. Just saw him. Blake Berquist will step in. He was hit by a pitch his first time up.
Say Brett's in the house?
Yeah, just saw him right down here. He was at the top of the steps, turned and waved, and then he disappeared.
Yeah, he's been roaming.
Has he? Well, he's at that age. Pitch on the way. If I had that kind of energy, I wouldn't be able to sit this long either. Berquist again was hit by a pitch, was stranded out at second at the end of the first inning. He'll take the breaking ball low and away, and the count's 1-1 now on Blake Berquist.
He just can't get that breaking ball to break. I mean, both of those, we got a left-handed batter up here with a right-handed pitcher, and they just stayed outside.
Pitch on the way to the lefty. That's going to be a flare over the shortstop Wallace's head.
Good job of hitting there.
Is Corton. He'll scoop it up.
I think
the first base hit here tonight for the Whitecaps will belong to Blake Berquist. It'll bring up Colvin Roberts.
The batter was reading. I don't think he saw, well, he's struggling with his curveball. It's 2-0. He's probably got to come back and try to get a strike, and he just sat on it and drove it to center field for a base hit, first base hit for the Whitecaps tonight.
Roberts,
did you boys see those
popped up the shortstop. I did. I knew you would notice it.
I might go down and see her.
Should just stop in at the concession stand. Pitch on the way, going to miss outside. Count runs to 1 ball, no strikes. Roberts again flew out to shortstop his last time up. A lot of people sitting out there in the stands just behind the first base dugout. That usually fills up pretty quickly. There's a shot. That's going to be foul. Almost got the pitcher over there in the bullpen for Storm Lake. It's number 11 that I'm seeing over there.
Yes, sir.
You don't see a lot of those at this park because the fences are so deep and the foul is so deep, but that was a shot that almost got the guy warming up in the bullpen.
By the way, I was right. I texted him that number.
400. Well, you said 300 on the air, so there's a chopper over to the shortstop. That's going to get by Wallace.
That was before
that'll be in air.
Wallace just took his eyes off of that, thought it was going to be and it was a tailor-made double play because he had it was going to be an easy 6-4-3, and unfortunately he didn't even get the 6 part of it.
That is going to bring up now the designated hitter, Bryce Smith. I think I saw Taylor Putney here. I think that's who it was. I waved at him. I recognized him, but only saw him for a split second. So that'll bring up Smith. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. Runners at first and second. Larkin playing in front of the runner. There's a chopper foul up the third base side.
Smith's a big guy.
Yes, he is. And the count's 0-1.
We call him Mr. Smith.
He's, what is he, 6'2", probably?
Well, he might be a little taller than that.
6'3", 220?
Yeah.
230? 240?
He's solid.
He's a big boy.
He is.
He had some hard hits the other night.
He looks like if he got a hold of it, he could send it around on a long ride.
0-1 pitch in there for a strike. Nice fastball right down the middle of the plate at the knees, and the count is quickly 0-2. Haven't seen many pitches right down the middle of the plate, but that one was there.
Yeah, if he'd have been sitting on that, he'd have hit it. He evidently wasn't expecting it. Especially with an 0-1 count, he probably thought he was going to go back to that curveball that he struggled with and see if he could sneak one in.
Eli Young waiting on deck right now. Whitecaps threatening to try to get back into this one, down 6-0. Hudson out of the stretch, pitch on the way, swung on and missed. And there are 2 outs here in the inning.
That was a nice
definitely his best breaking ball. Definitely his best curveball. When I started across the plate, broke off into the outside batter's box.
Almost actually like a slider. It really kind of stayed on the plane but dropped a little bit, but more left or right than up to now.
Third strikeout of the night here tonight for Hudson. It'll bring up the left-handed hitting right fielder, Eli Young. He flew out to left to end the first inning. Pitch on the way. There is a chopper off of the bat, and the count is going to be 0-1. Not too often you see that. We're on his follow-through. The ball bounced up and hit the bat again and then bounced back towards the backstop.
Did you watch last night during the Cardinal game, the umpire took a foul tip to the chin.
Yeah.
Knocked him out.
Wow.
Standing up. He was out cold standing. They finally had to replace him.
We had one the other night in the Atlantic Kemper game. And the home plate umpire took a fastball off the forearm. The catcher from Atlantic just plain missed it.
Pitch on the way. Breaking ball just misses the outside corner, and the count runs to 1-1.
And it caught him right in the front of the elbow right here, and afterwards there was a knot on it the size of a softball.
And those can be painful. Ted Geringer in the house here today. Also saw Mr. Borman and in the house.
Mr. Kitch is here as well.
John Kitch sitting up there. I think him and his wife.
2 guys retired from Kemper this year.
Marg Parent got her grandkids in tow.
There you go. 2-1 the count. 2-1 pitch coming up. Just misses low and away, and it almost appears, guys, I hate to say it, like that strike zone is shrinking a little bit.
Yeah, he does tighten it during the middle innings.
It's not middle yet. It's only the third inning.
Yeah, but we got a long way to go.
It felt like it. He does it on time, not on.
That pitch might have been low, but I think it's been called a strike earlier in the game.
3-1 pitch on the way. There is a chopper over towards the third baseman. He'll scoop and dart over to third. Does Fay. He'll step on the bag. And that is the final out of the inning.
Merchants get out of it again, leaving on. What are they stranded, like 6 runners?
No, not quite. No runs on one hit. There was one error, and they leave 2 left on base. They've stranded 5.
So that's right, that double play on the one.
Yep. They've stranded 5 through 3. We're going to the bottom of the third. Merchants up 6-0. We're back in 1 minute here on Cake.
The 2019 Merchant corporate sponsors are Sparky's One Stop, Anytime Fitness, Ike Allen Distributing, Merchant Park Concession, Culver's, Giant Seeds, Pit Stop Auto Wash, Platinum Fitness. And now, on to the broadcast booth. To thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019, Commercial Savings Bank, Drees Company, Raccoon Valley Electric Co-op, Mid-Iowa Insurance and Real Estate, Charlie Steakhouse, Southside Lounge, Carroll Dental Associates, AAA Seeds, Barron's Construction, Roselle Mutual Insurance, Johnston Communications.
Bottom of the third inning for you here on KKRL. It'll be Booth, Corton, and Snyder. For the Carroll Merchants, they lead the Whitecaps of Storm Lake 6-0. Jeff Blankman, Doug Waniger, and Jeff Honnold here at the stadium with you, and we've got Bob Grody hanging out back in the studio to make sure that everything works for us here tonight.
Well, Bob's sitting back in the air conditioning, probably just taking it easy, isn't he?
I would hope so. Ryan Booth, he's retiring here
Bob
at the end of next month, yeah.
Well, he's been with you guys for a long time.
He has been, yeah, probably 30-some, 40 years now.
So if I'm going to break anything, I need to do it
Congratulations, Bob.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I'll start breaking stuff so he has something to do before he leaves.
0-1 pitch on the way. There is a pop-up. Drifting back is going to be Roberts, the second baseman. He'll make the catch out in very shallow right field, just a couple of steps into the grass behind the second base area that he plays.
Those are the
first out.
Easiest plays to make.
Yeah. I will say this, we're going to miss Bob a lot. I think we're going to realize how much he does, and it's going to be a big loss for the radio station for him to be stepping away. Rhonda also stepping away and retiring as well.
Who is?
Rhonda Ulrich. She works in the front office for us, yeah. There's a swing.
So are you going to have to start doing all those duties now? Or
I hope not. I don't know if there's enough time of the day for me to.
I know the guys that are behind the scenes in radio don't get. They got a lot going on, and they don't get near enough credit for the work that they do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, people don't realize what they all do. I mean, the listener doesn't realize what all goes on to make a broadcast possible.
Yeah.
There's no way you could do Bob's job.
No.
No way.
No.
Bob's helped me out more than once.
1-1 pitch, light shot, base hit down the line at third base. Digging around at first is Corton. He is going to dig into second. The throw going to get away. He's going to look to move to third. Young's throw's not going to be in time, and Corton with the double moves over to third on the throwing error.
Yeah, just good hustle by Corton. The ball was right over the third base bag, and he knew he was going to have 2, and when the throw came in, went wild to the second baseman. And if that would have got away, he'd have scored.
Yeah.
There was nobody behind him.
So the Merchants now with a runner at third. 1 out here in the inning, and the batter is Reese Snyder.
Let's see if Reese gets a little bit more aggressive here in this at-bat. He took a called third strike his last at-bat.
And the first pitch on the way. Breaking ball in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Jeff Wyatt's in the house here today. Just saw Wyatt coming down the steps here a moment ago.
Yeah, he's with Snyder.
Yeah. 0-1 pitch.
So Laura's in the house, Laura Snyder.
That's going to be taken up top. Count runs to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
A lot of Kit Plumbing shirts around today with the Kit sponsoring the ball game today. Kit Plumbing and Heating. Good job by Reese Snyder to get the run in.
Absolutely.
Ground ball to the second baseman, so score that one 4-3 for the out.
And he'll pick up his first RBI of the ball game. Merchants now lead it here 7-0.
They've out hit him 8-1, Jeff.
Yeah. The batter is going to be the top of the order, and Michael Wallace.
I think if I remember right, Wallace kind of worked his way from the bottom of the lineup all the way to the top. Didn't he start down early in the season?
He could have. Jeff, do you remember?
Yeah, he was lower than that, but he's been the leadoff for the last about 3 weeks.
3-4 games?
Really seeing the ball well.
Pitch on the way in there for a strike to Wallace, and the count is 0-1. Third time he's been at the plate here tonight. We're only in the third inning. He has singled and scored and was hit by a pitch and scored.
Yeah, we're just an hour in. We got about a third of the ball game over, so the last two innings have sped up a little bit.
0-1 pitch taken outside, and the count runs to 1 ball and 1 strike.
Fay the other night was perfect up until the last inning. He had been on base and scored every inning.
I heard Berge got a pitch the other night.
Yep.
Yes, he did.
Through 1 inning. Breaking ball popped up. Calling everybody off is Clear, the first baseman. He'll make the catch. And that'll be the final out here of the inning. For the Merchants in their half of the third, they got 1 run. On 1 hit, there was a 1 error, and they leave nobody left on base. Well, ahead to the top of the fourth. Merchants leading this one 7-0. Merchants have scored in every inning so far. We're back in 1 minute here on KKRL.
We would like to thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Bruner, Reinhardt, and Morton LLP. Giant Seeds. Piranha Club. Lincoln Highway Pharmacy. Platinum Fitness. Templeton Savings Bank. State Wealth Management. 19 Merchant corporate sponsors are Merchant Park Concession, Kick 106.7, KCIM 1380 92.5, 93.7 KKRL. And now, on to the broadcast booth.
Legal.com. Go Merchants.
Thanks to Western Iowa Networks for providing the phone line for us here tonight. We appreciate everything they do. And again, you can check them out online at westianet.com for all of your information as far as cell phone and computer and all that stuff. They do a great job. You can also get their 100 megabyte, 500 megabyte, or 1 gigabyte right now and get 3 months free. And you can sign up online at westianet.com or call them at 712-775-2946. Tyler Ward, Colton Mills and Christian Clear the batters. First pitch to Ward misses outside. 1-0 pitch misses low and away. And the count runs to 2 balls and no strikes.
I'd also like to say thank you to our friends at Johnson Communications for the Sling Studio that we use to broadcast all the games. You can catch it on YouTube or on Facebook, whichever. Check Carroll Merchants.
2-0 pitch misses outside. Count runs now to 3 balls and no strikes.
This is where the Merchants have gotten in trouble several ball games, is walks and hit batters. Hope he comes back from this 3-0 count here.
They lead it here 7-0. Jumped up 5-0 in the first. Breaking ball in the dirt. First walk issued here tonight by Hudson. And that'll put the leadoff man on here in the top half of the fourth inning. It'll bring up the third baseman, Colton Mills. Mills struck out swinging his first time up. That was back in the second inning. Do want to give 2 other quick shout-outs for birthdays. We mentioned John Ryan here earlier. Kiana Case. Brian and Carrie Case's daughter up at former South Central Calhoun Titan celebrating a birthday today. And Marilyn Peters helps out with volleyball up at East Sac County. Teacher up there as well, celebrating a birthday today. There's a pop-up. Drifting over is going to be Schrader, the second baseman. He'll make the play on the infield. So there's 1 out here in the inning, and that's going to bring up the first baseman, Christian Clear. Clear was hit by a pitch his first time up, was part of an L3-3U double play that ended the second inning. Clear will step in, 1 out.
See Riley Parker sitting back here. Riley won himself a national championship last week out in Anaheim, California, Jeff.
There's a shot out to left. Congratulations to him. And Reese Snyder going to make the catch out in deep left field. There are 2 outs here now in the inning.
Greg Custer took, several lifters out there, and they lifted well.
He does an amazing job. Greg, a good guy. Noah McCreary, the center fielder, going to step in. He's the guy that hit into that L3-3U double play.
He's been trying to get me to come over. He wants me to come after hours. I don't think that works out well for either of us, but it'll be fun.
I'd like to stop over and just hang out with him sometime. I just got to find some time. Might have to wait till the season gets over.
He's talking about wanting to cook some food and smoke some cigars.
Yeah, there's a foul ball. And the count is 0-1 now on McCreary.
Boy, there was a foul ball the other night. Hit the top of the dugout here on the home side. One hopped into the stands. It was really dangerous.
Yeah, you got to really be paying attention if you're going to sit over there, and that is for sure.
Well, let's get a lot more attention after that young child was hit out in, was it Philadelphia? I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember with the Cubs. There's a foul ball, and that's going to drift out of play, given chase was Fay over there at third base. Got all the way over to the fence, but it was out of play, and the count is quickly 0-2.
Just got a text from a buddy of mine up fishing up in northern Canada.
Ah, listening to the ball game?
Yeah, well, I don't know if he is. He probably could. We aren't streaming today, are we?
We always have the audio streaming.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're streaming all sorts of ways.
0-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses low and inside. Count runs now to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I'll see if he can get the game in.
Yeah. Tell him to go to KKRL or go to Casey Iman over on the right side up top. He can click on the Listen to KKRL link.
Or just hit
or go to
Carroll
the
Merchants on
Facebook page, and he can watch and listen to the game.
I don't even know if they get any reception up there.
1-2 the count. And the pitch on the way. Misses inside, and the count runs now to 2-2 on McCreary.
I had a lady text me from Sweden today. She was listening to church service this morning.
Oh, nice.
That was new.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really surprised they did twice in a weekend for you, so.
I just went a half hour.
I was going to say some extra praying for Jeff this weekend.
Got an hour and a half in.
2-2 the count. There's a chopper, and that's going to be back to the mound, but it's going to be a foul ball that hit him in the batter's box. Count remains 2-2 on McCreary. Top of the order waiting to come up in Brandenburg for Storm Lake. Merchants again up 7-0 here. We're in the top of the 4th.
It'd be nice for Hudson to get out of this, not give up any runs.
Flag still not blowing. Again, it's cloudy. We still have 81 degrees outside.
Felt a little cool breeze go through just about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I thought maybe it rained somewhere here in town during that time, but they weren't calling for any rain, but you never know this time of the year. 2-2 pitch coming up, and that's almost going to hit him, and the count going to run to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Don't want to lose the number 9 guy in the batting order right now, that's for sure.
Especially when you add him 2-2. I don't know how that didn't hit him. Because it was right at him as he's standing in on the left-hand side of the box. Berg does a nice job back there, doesn't he, Jeff?
He does, yep.
I show no rain, fellas.
Okay. I'm good with that. I got caught out running in the rain the other day. That wasn't fun. 3-2 pitch in there for strike 3. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. 4th strikeout tonight for Hudson. And that will do it for the Whitecaps here. And now we're going to get a conversation between the batter, McCreary, and the home plate umpire.
Well, he's been calling it.
Yeah, he has. Hadn't called it in a little while, but he called that one there. And that'll be the end of the inning. No runs on no hits. There were no errors, and 1 left on base. We will head to bottom half of the 4th inning. It's 7-0. Merchants with the lead. We're back.
19 Merchant corporate sponsors are Merchant Park Concession, Kick 106.7, KCIM 1380 92.5, 93.7 KKRL. And now, on to the broadcast booth. We would like to thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Bloomers Bar and Grill, Echo Electronics, Roman Stephenson Son Construction, Gretaman Associates Insurance and Real Estate, Region 12 Council of Governments, Windstar Lines, Pro Auto, United Bank of Iowa,
sponsor of the Carroll Merchants broadcast.
You can tell Brett Lux is still a young guy. He's got that nacho plate down there. I think every time I take him to a game, he's always eating. But, you know, when you're 14, 15 years old, you never really get full.
Yeah, you burn it off a lot quicker than you do.
I miss those days. We head here to the bottom of the fourth. Andrew Fay, Nick Supple, Ben Berg, the scheduled hitters for the Merchants. The Merchants leading at 7-0.
Right in the heart of the Merchants lineup. Let's see if they can put another run or two up on the board.
I see his Uncle Kevin had him sit down next to him. My guess is Uncle Kevin's going to have his hand in that.
Have a little bit of that, you think?
Yeah, pretty sure.
So is that Taylor Luck sitting over there, Jeff?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I couldn't quite tell for sure. Fay has singled and scored and grounded out to first in his 2 plate appearances here tonight. He will step in. Chris Whitaker in the house tonight as well. There's a line shot out towards Young. He'll come in and makes the catch out in right field. Thought that one might drop, but it hung up, Doug, and it was a playable ball for Young.
Yeah, and Young was playing exactly where he needed to be, but he hit it on the screws, that's for sure. It's one of those plate appearances where you just get him the next time, but you make that swing 10 times, you're going to be batting about 400.
And that's going to bring up the DH, Nick Supple. Supple again singled and scored in the first and then walked and was stranded at third in the second inning. So Supple will come in against a Barker. Again, a 9-inning game here today. And the pitch on the way. Breaking ball misses inside, and the count is 1 ball, no strikes. Kind of almost stepped into that one. I think he was anticipating a break, and at the last second, it didn't, and he was just able to get out of the way.
It actually didn't miss by much.
A little breeze now.
1-0 pitch. That one's going to get away, but nobody on base, so nobody will move, and the count runs to 2-0. Yeah, flag blowing now from right to left field. It's picked up all of a sudden.
Out of the east, too.
Yep.
Linda Shirk listening at home today. She sent me a text, said we sound like we know what we're doing. We got some people fooled, don't we?
Yes, we do. 2-1 the count as that pitch in there for a strike to Supple.
Probably need to refer somewhere to get some new hearing aids. 6 mile an hour out of southeast.
Okay.
Jeff did that with his finger, by the way.
There is a base hit out into right center field for Supple, so he continues to swing a hot bat.
Yeah, he's just seeing the ball well. It just seems like every time he's up, he's on base with something.
9th base hit of the ball game for the Merchants. Now that's going to bring up Ben Berg. Berg tonight is 2 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored. Really nice crowd on hand here tonight. A lot of little kids out here, and I love to see that. That's probably my favorite thing about the Merchants is the number of young kids that are able to come out to the ball games.
I'm always amazed at the diversity, the age, between age, different sectors from Carroll. A little bit of everybody here. There's a lot of people you know, a lot of people you don't know.
Yeah. Want to know the count right now on Berg.
Could have used Benny in the lineup for Kemper the other night. We just couldn't buy a hit down there at Atlantic. We only got 2 hits in the ball game.
1-0 pitch in there for a strike. Count runs to 1-1. Speaking of Kemper, I'm looking forward to that Kemper and Carroll baseball game tomorrow. I have a feeling it should be a really, really good game.
Carroll's got a much improved ball club this year, and they've played Kemper well both times that they've played them this year. And
there's a shot, ground ball that's going to get off the third baseman, Mills.
That's got to be a base hit, doesn't it, Jeff?
No, I'm going to give an error on that.
That was a rip.
Man, you're hard.
Tough scorekeeper.
That one's a backhanded. It's a backhanded catch, and you're going to give him an error?
Yep.
Brooks Robinson might have made that play.
Wow.
It wasn't that hard, guys.
I'm with you, Honnold. That's a hit.
He was the kind of bookkeeper you came back and you hit him with a baseball bat when you came back in the dugout.
That'll bring up Brendan Larkin. It's just because I'm accurate.
No, that's okay. And you're a Nebraska fan. Put that together.
Yeah. Well, we are pretty smart. Pitch on the way. That's going to be down in the dirt. Count runs to 1 ball and no strikes.
He went around.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yep.
Count's going to be 0-1 now on Larkin.
No, Benny hit it hard.
See, even the guy up in the press box gave an error.
You probably listened to the game on the radio. They probably had it a hit and switched it.
Pitch on the way. That's going to be a wild pitch. Both runners are going to move up.
See, Justice is served anyway. That's karma right there. Because I thought he did a heck of a job just to get a glove on it. Didn't you, Honnold?
I did. That was a hard hit ball. Had a kind of a nasty hop at the end. I would have given a hit, but I don't have a book in front of me. So
that's why I don't trust your book. Larkin will step back in. 1-1 the count. Runners now on second and third. Pitch on the way. She called a strike down around the knees. In the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Larkin.
Yeah, that plate's it's still pretty wide.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yep.
1-2 the count.
He's still staying away from Larkin after that first inning home run.
Clear playing in front of the bag over here up the first base side. There's a swing and a miss. And he's going to pick up the strikeout. That'll be the third strikeout of the night. That'll be the second out here of the inning. And the batter is going to be the second baseman, Ford Schrader.
Schrader's got a couple hits tonight, doesn't he?
He does. No, actually, he has got a single and a fly out to right.
Okay. Oh, that's right. He had a line shot, but it was right at the guy.
Yep. So Schrader going to step in. They finally turn the music down. Pitch on the way. There's another shot towards left field. Drifting back, and Bergquist had him played deep. And that benefited him on that one because he caught that ball near the warning track for the final out of the inning.
3 rips.
No runs on it. 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left. We'll head to the top half of the 5th inning. We're back in 1 minute here on KKRL.
19 Merchant corporate sponsors are Merchant Park Concession, Kick 106.7, KCIM 1380 92.5, 93.7 KKRL. And now, on to the broadcast booth. We would like to thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Bruner, Reinhardt, and Morton LLP. Giant Seeds. Piranha Club. Lincoln Highway Pharmacy. Platinum Fitness. Templeton Savings Bank. State Wealth Management.
Well, guys, I got to give Kit Plumbing and Heating a shout out here for kind of a unique way. They've got the old shirt shooters out here, 3 of them, and they've got all these little kids lined up the first base side, and they're shooting shirts out to them. So kind of an interesting way. First time they've ever done that here at one of these games.
I need one of those.
What, one of the shirt shooters or the shirt?
Shooter.
You know, it would be kind of fun to take that to a ball game sometime.
Yeah, they're just air compression.
Rewind, get some extra surf.
Yeah. Yeah, we could do that for the Rewind All-Star Game. Again, coming up August the 4th. We'll hold that at the Carroll High School softball diamond.
What day is that?
Sunday, August the 4th. We'll get it underway with gates opening at 5:30. We'll have the home run contest, the game, the award ceremony, and possibly even a dunk tank that Honnold and I will be in.
What?
Got to talk John Ryan into it as a Rewind guy, so we got to talk him into it too. Brandon Berg, Tyler will stand in. And the pitch on the way is in there for a strike. And if any coaches show up and are interested in getting into the dunk tank, we're going to maybe raise some money or raise some goods for some local charities.
What's
with
this
that.
dunk tank thing you keep talking about? I did not sign up for a dunk tank.
0-1 pitch down in the dirt. Count runs to 1-1.
I think that pitch fooled Ben a little bit. He turned his head just as the ball took a bounce. Don't think he expected that.
Brandenburg tonight has struck out looking and flown out to center. So he is 0 for 2 on the night, looking for that first hit. We're here in the 5th inning.
They still only got 1 hit.
Pitch on the way in there for a strike, and the count is 1-2.
You know, they've got a lot of base runners, but a 1-hit shutout so far.
Yeah. Again, that All-Star game, though, guys, it's going to be the top 50 to 60 high school players from our local area here. For baseball and softball, we'll play a slow pitch softball game. There's a shot foul down the third base line.
Are you going to pinch run for somebody?
I'm not going to run, no. Last year I had to umpire behind the plate. So, but it'll be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. It's free and open to the public, so come on out and have fun and cheer the kids on.
Yeah, all the tournaments will be wrapped up by then.
Yep, it's the day after the state baseball tournament wraps up. That's why I went ahead and scheduled it that day.
He should go behind the plate for us.
Well, if we get some umpires around that want to do it, I can check with them. There's a chop route towards second. Schrader will field. He'll throw. Getting down the line quickly that time with Brandenburg, but there's 1 up and 1 down.
Yeah, that guy can move down the line. Schrader thought he had a little more time than that, and he had to gun it at the end to get him.
Blake Berquist going to step in. The one thing that I truly need is I do need somebody that knows how to throw slow pitch pitches so that our home run people actually have a good pitch to try and hit off of rather than like me last year. So I need to find somebody that can get nice, easy home run balls to just come in and loft some pitches to the kids.
I used to pitch, Jeff.
Did you? Do you want to do that night?
I was good at giving up home run balls. No.
Berquist will take the pitch low. Well, you're supposed to give up home runs. It's a home run derby.
I'm 60 years old. I'm not stepping in front of something that caught.
It's a 16 inch. It's a 16 inch.
Oh, 16 inch.
Yes.
Okay.
Pitch on the way. There is a shot out towards center field. Drifting back is going to be Corton, and that is going to be off the glove at the warning track. Rounding at second, digging towards third is Berquist, and they'll hold him up there.
Let me guess, that's a hit.
No, that's an error.
Oh, that is an error. That's a ball that's got to be caught.
He was there. He slowed down. Yep. It looked like he had it, and it was in and out of the glove.
Yep, he hit it about 380. That's as far as you can hit it into center field, or close as.
Yep.
Without hitting the fence.
A great hustle that time by Corton. Just didn't squeeze it in.
Didn't make the play.
Just got a text from Tony J over in Glidden. Says Bill Winger is a good slow pitch softball pitcher. So I know Bill. I'll have to see if I can get him maybe come over.
You'd have to pay him in adult beverages.
And I think I could probably do that. I've had to pay you that way before. 0-1 the count now on Roberts.
I think I got a tab going somewhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of former 16-inch pitchers around.
0-2 the count now. Oh, they're going to say that one. They're going to say he did not go around, so the count's going to be 1-1 on Roberts.
You got, the other one. You got, Dick Miners, don't you?
No, I do not. I know the name.
Dick Miners hangs around played for the Dedham Merchants for years. Pitched for about 60 years.
Nope, they did switch it to 0-2. 0-2 pitch is lined up. That's going to be trouble out in right center field. Could score a run. It'll be caught this time by Corton. The runner at third is going to tag up. He'll come in to score. So an unearned run given up.
Nice play by the center
here in the
fielder.
fifth.
Both guys converged, communicated, made the catch out there at about 340 feet. But the run scores from third on the sacrifice fly.
That'll make it 7-1. That's going to bring up Bryce Smith. Yeah, looking forward to it. It should be a lot of fun. Right now I've heard back from all but about 20 of the kids. And that pitch down in the dirt, and the count is 1-0. So it sounds like most of them are going to be able to hit
a 14-inch ball, or do they got to hit a 16?
Everybody's got to hit the same one.
No. I thought maybe you'd give the girls a break and let them hit a 14-inch.
No. I get stuff donated to me from Bob Fossbender, so. 1-0 pitch low and downstairs. Count is 2-0. If he's got two different balls, might be able to do that.
Speaking of Bob Fossbender, I think he's over practicing on the 16-inch field.
Very possibly,
right now.
yeah.
That's his car, I know.
2-0 pitch coming up. They start their tournament tomorrow as well. 2-0 pitch. Going to miss outside. The count runs to 3-0 on Smith.
Where's
Smith
that at this year?
Has down in Dedham, if I remember right. Smith was hit by a pitch and struck out in his two plate appearances.
I remember back in the day, slow pitch was a popular sport. They'd have 32 teams tournament, and then they would have
line drive that got by the pitcher, but Schrader will backhand it near second base. He'll throw over to first. Nice play by Larkin, and that is going to be the final out here of the inning. The Whitecaps get on the board, though. They pick up one run on no hits. There was one error, nobody left on base. We'll head to the bottom half of the fifth inning. We're back in 1 minute here on KKRL.
To thank these great merchant program sponsors for 2019, Commercial Savings Bank, Drees Company, Raccoon Valley Electric Co-op, Mid-Iowa Insurance and Real Estate, Charlie Steakhouse, Southside Lounge, Carroll Dental Associates, AAA Seeds, Barron's Construction, Roselle Mutual Insurance, Johnston Communications. We would like to thank these great merchant program sponsors for 2019, Bloomers Bar and Grill, Echo Electronic, Roman Stephenson Son Construction, Gredeman Associates Insurance and Real Estate, Region 12 Council of Governments, Windstar Lines, Pro Auto, United Bank of Iowa.
Thanks again to Western Iowa Networks for supplying the Wi-Fi for our broadcast here tonight. Again, you can sign up for their 100 megabyte, 500 megabyte, or 1 gigabyte right now and get 3 months free. You can also sign up online at westianet.com or call them at 712-775-2946. We head here to the bottom of the fifth. The first pitch is a chopper by Ryan Booth. That'll be scooped up by Christian Clear. He'll step on the bag, 1 up and 1 down. Right now, I got a special guest. You're going to recognize the voice, folks. He is kind of the road voice of the Carroll Merchants. Tyler Bruner checking in with us. Tyler, good to have you on here today.
Well, it's fabulous to be with the man, the myth, legend, and Jeff Blankman myself. So.
Yeah, Chase Corton stepping in. Now, you've been interning here with the Merchants all summer long. How's that been going for you?
It's been a fabulous journey so far here, Jeff. It's been fabulous. They've treated me so well. It's been great to do some commentary work for the Merchants this summer, take some photos, and just do what I've been doing the entire 3 years I've been at BV.
So what have you learned here? Swinging a miss, the count quickly 0-2 right now on Corton. What have you learned about doing the games and stuff, especially with video?
It's been interesting, being on the road doing this video stuff. I've learned it's a harder job than what it seems to be. As my first couple of games went by, I was a little bit of a nervous wreck, but as I get into the games, it gets a little bit more interesting, and I get to learn some of these players' names and their histories and how they play and all that kind of stuff.
And that's got to be a lot of fun for you because a lot of these guys right around your age, so you probably get a chance to know them. You get to hang out with them probably a little bit as well, especially on those road trips.
Exactly. They're a great bunch of kids. They have a fantastic hearts. They love the game. Sometimes, of course, they let their emotions get the best of them sometimes, but that's just the sport of baseball.
1-2 pitch coming up here to Corton. That's going to hit him. That'll be the second hit by pitch for Barker here tonight. That'll put a runner at first with a 1 out. And the batter will be the left fielder, Reese Snyder. Now, Snyder tonight 0 for 2, but does have an RBI here on the night. He struck out looking and grounded out to second, but that drove in a run. But not just doing the broadcast, you're doing all of the social media stuff. So kind of tell everybody what you do for the Merchants.
So the big thing I do for the Merchants is I do a lot of their social media marketing. So all the photos that they see on the Facebook pages, I've taken a lot of those myself. I do a lot of the graphics that are seen on the Twitter pages, the Facebook pages. And, of course, I do all the road games for the commentary. So.
And talk about that with Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook. There's a lot of places for people to go and kind of catch up with anything that is Merchants. You get to go down on the field, taking pictures of the game while the game's. That's probably something that's new for you. So how did you get used to that?
It was kind of a weird situation. It's a little bit of a learn and see and how to do stuff. And, it's kind of a process because you have to learn where to take the pictures, where's the best place to go. And when it comes to social media stuff, it's a breeze. I love being on Twitter. You have to kind of see what kind of the different platforms do, what kind of snarkiness you can bring to it, and it's just having fun overall.
What kind of reaction have you got on Twitter as there's a lob over to first base, counts 0-1 right now on Snyder? What kind of reaction have you got on Twitter with all this?
I've had fantastic reactions. I've had people come in here in the ballpark even come up to me and say how much of a good job we're doing. We've finally reached 2,000 followers on our Facebook page. We have over 350 on our Instagram page, and there's a great shot by Reese. Goodness, a good placement by him.
Base hit out in the left field, absolutely, by Reese Snyder. Went the opposite way with that pitch. Runners now at first and second. Brings up the top of the order. 10th hit of the night for the Merchants. It'll bring up Michael Wallace. Wallace tonight has singled and scored, hit by a pitch and scored, and it flew out to the first baseman. So you're gaining a lot of people following the Merchants. Is this something that you want to stay with? I know this is just a summer intern thing, but is this something you'd like to stay with in the future?
I truly hope so. This is the kind of thing I love, being around these kids, being around this atmosphere. It's great. And as I'm continuing my journey in this sports marketing kind of world and sports commentary, I definitely want to continue this in the future.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to maybe work something out with you at the radio station as well, get you helping us out a little bit here as well. Now, I do got to apologize to you as Wallace will step in here. You've had to work and deal with Honnold all summer. So what's that been like?
You know what? He's young enough. He might be taking my spot.
Jeff Honnold's been a fantastic partner of mine. We've been working together for a while. Faye's going to pop one up over to the right field, and there it is, caught by the Storm Lake Merchants. But no, I was just saying, Honnold's been a fantastic partner of mine. We've been working together trying to figure out what games I can do at home because this atmosphere is great for doing commentating work. And, he's been a great partner of mine. We've just been working together all summer.
Yeah, Christian Clear, the first baseman, makes the catch in foul territory on that pop-up by Wallace. That'll bring up Faye. Now, you don't have to be nice to him on the air. You can have a little fun with him. I don't know how much extra he paid you to say all those nice things, but, I've never heard anybody give you that much credit.
It cost me $100. Get off of it. But you know what? Tyler's done a great job.
Yep.
Every time I've asked for something, he's had it. The commercials, everything he's done so well.
Fly ball out to right field. That'll be caught by Young, the right fielder, and that is going to do it here for the bottom half, or excuse me, the bottom half of the fifth inning. Let's stay here and chat just a little bit more. No runs on one hit, no errors, and 2 left for the Merchants there. We'll head to the top of the sixth. It's still 7-1. So we head to the sixth inning here. What are you wanting to do? You said sports management. You're wanting to do some play-by-play and some sports coverage. What do you want your future to be? What are you kind of looking to do?
That's actually kind of funny because, I graduate here in December. It's a big world ahead of me. And I have great contacts around the United States right now. We have Tanner Hoops, who's working out at ESPN UP up in Wisconsin. We got a guy who's out doing play-by-play commentary for the Boston Blue Crabs. So I have connections out there, and it's just a big world out there. I'm not too sure exactly where I'm going to go after I graduate, but the world's open.
Are you open to go anywhere? Is that
anywhere that wants to take me? This is kind of the place to build those skills and start building that portfolio up, and this is definitely the great opportunity that they give me here. So
I will give you one piece of advice. When you're listening to Honda do games, don't really pay attention. Well, I tell you what, Tyler, I appreciate you joining us here today. Great job. I've been following you with all the work you're doing with the Merchants this summer. Thanks for everything and great job with what you do.
Well, and thank you, Jeff. I don't think you get enough thanks for all you do. You go around, do all these great high school games. You are the voice of the radio for the Merchants here. It's a fantastic work you've been doing as well.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. We'll get you back on again late in the season.
Sounds fantastic.
You bet. We head here to the top of the sixth inning again. What's that? I just was nice to him.
I guess when you're a Hall of Famer, you get the respect like that.
Eli Young will lead things off for the Merchants here. The right fielder just made that catch. We got Doug Waniger back on the headphones for us here. Nice we were able to give you a little bit of a break.
Oh, man, I needed a break, Jeff.
Yeah, looks like you got a water there maybe, or was that one from before?
Water and a bottle of peanut M&Ms.
There you go.
Just got a text from my buddy up in north of Red Lake, Ontario, Canada. They're up fishing. They're pulling our game in today. Just said he's listening to us. So.
Absolutely. There's a breaking ball. That one's going to be in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1 on Young. Young tonight has flown out to left and reached on a fielder's choice. He'll be followed by Ward and then Colton Mills.
So how'd your interview go?
Really well. He's a great kid, works hard. One pitch is fouled out. Count runs to 0-2.
I bet you just don't see many teams that are as well organized as this one.
No.
The fan base and everything that we get, the fun things and activities that they have for the kids at the ball games.
Yeah,
just a great atmosphere.
I think, Jeff, they put in more work than anybody else.
Absolutely. This is the best one in the league.
0-2 chopper out to Ford, throws it on the hop. Larkin dives for it, but is off the bag.
Great play by Larkin to make the stop. He just wasn't enough leg on him to hold the base.
And it really a good play by both of them. Schrader had a long way to run to get to that one. Tried to kind of throw that one as he was hopping in the air, but that didn't allow him to get it there on line. So reaching on the air is going to be Young.
Young wasn't going to go anywhere because Benny Berg, doing his job from the catcher, was all the way down the first base line to back that throw up, and he was going to be there if he went anywhere.
Tate Johnson's in a...
Tate, you mean?
Tate, sorry, is at shortstop.
Okay, so Tate Johnson has come in now for Wallace at shortstop. Lead-off runner on here. Pitch on the way. Ooh, I don't know where that one missed, and the count is a 1-0 right now on Ward. Ward tonight has been on twice. He was hit by a pitch and a walk. He has not been past second base yet here tonight.
Barker's done a nice job. That's only the second hit through, and we're in 6 innings.
Pitch on the way. That one's going to be up top for ball 2.
That breeze that we had a few minutes ago is suddenly gone again, Jeff.
Yeah, flag laying flat again out there in center field.
Doesn't look like there's much activity up at the swimming pool today either.
No, I wonder if they're open. Yeah, they are open. I see a few people moving around. Holiday weekend, I think a lot of people still out of town, probably coming back later today.
You see
Pitch
that?
On the way. It's going to be in there for a strike, and the count's 2-1. Did I see what?
I got a delivery.
Oh, you did? Oh, you always get deliveries. That's nothing new.
No, they haven't done that this year. It's been
haven't
a rough
they?
year. No.
Okay. I've seen a lot of people bring you things up here.
They brought me empty beer before.
That's Jason Hacker that does that. There's a fly ball. That's going to be a base hit out into right center field. That's going to get towards the wall. Going to get at least to the warning track. It'll come off the wall. The runner going to come around to score. Young. Nope, they're going to hold him up. Now they've got runners on, but the ball going to be thrown up against the Whitecaps dugout. Now they're going to try to score the run. The throw to the plate going to be in time to get him. A mix-up by the Whitecaps cost them a run, and the Merchants will hold on to that 7-1 lead.
Classic example of why you back up and everybody knew where to go. The pitcher Hudson knew exactly where he needed to go, and Berg held his own at the plate, and the ball got away. And the pitcher was there on the backup and gunned him out at the plate.
So a double by Ward. Going to be the second hit here tonight for the Whitecaps, but again, the throw actually was offline. It got away. Nobody touched it. It went all the way through over and hit the screen, the cage in front of the third base dugout, then rolled over here near the backstop up the third base side, and a good job that time by Hudson, the pitcher. He was backing up at third. He tracked that one down and was able to get Young out at the plate. Now the ball knocked down in the dirt. Count runs to 1-0. In the meantime, Ward moved over to third, and part of it, Doug, was Ward kind of was over at third already, and that forced Young to have to try and score.
I think what happened is he saw the third base coaching box, and the third base coach was running waving the runner from third home, and I think he was at second and thought he was communicating to him, so he kept coming from second.
Yep.
And then, but at that time, the runner at third had stopped, so they ended up with two runners at third base, and then the ball got away, and all chaos broke out.
1-0 pitch in there for a strike. Count runs to 1-1 now.
Well,
he didn't hesitate going around second.
I don't know why the runner held up at third. He should have scored.
Pitch in there for a strike. I thought he was going to score fairly easy. There would have been a play at the plate, but I think he would have beaten it. Count is a 1-2 now on Mills. So a lucky break for the Merchants there, but would have just made it 7-2. They'd still have a pretty comfortable lead here in the sixth. 1-2 pitch coming up. Breaking ball. That one's down in the dirt. Nice knockdown that time by Berg behind the plate. And the count runs to 2-2. Christian Clear, the first baseman, is waiting on deck.
Yeah, Ward hit that ball hard. He hammered it to the fence. Ended up on third base, but I think had he stopped at second, but I agree with you guys.
Yeah.
The all indications looked like it was going to be a triple with a run scored.
So Hudson trying to work out of trouble here in this sixth inning. 1 out, 1 on. 2-2 the count on the batter, and he almost threw that one away. That was in the left-handed batter's box, but able to get out and get it was Berg, and the count runs at full. See Emily Koink in the house here today, guys. She's at pretty much every home game as well.
Yes.
Come on, Joey.
Emily, a former Arweva grad.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to believe she's actually out of college already. I talked to her the other night. 3-2 pitch. There's a base hit out in the left. No, Snyder comes on and almost had a great catch. The run from third going to come in to score. That's going to be a base hit and an RBI for Mills.
Great diving effort by Reese Snyder out in left field. Had the ball in his glove, and it didn't come out almost until he made the roll, and then rolled forward. And
as he started to flip, he actually flipped it forward to the shortstop, Tate Johnson.
It was a great effort by Reese because we all thought it was a base hit off the bat.
He had a great read on that one.
Yep, that'll be the third hit given up here. Second run. First earned run given up for the Merchants here tonight. They lead at 7-2, and quickly Coach Mullenberg out there to talk with his pitcher and catcher.
No activity in the Merchant bullpen.
No, I think they're going to stick with him for a little while. They take tomorrow off, if I remember right.
I think they get the next 2 days off.
Okay, then back to action. I know I have their broadcast on Thursday, and then we have it again Sunday on the radio.
Tyler's going to do the home game on Wednesday.
Okay.
Cover for us. That way we have high school baseball, so he's going to do that on the internet for us.
And then I'll have a radio broadcast for everybody Thursday night, and then we'll have, I think, you here doing the radio broadcast on Sunday. I start my basketball clinics on Sunday, so I'm not going to be available. I might come out early, depends. Claire will step in. And the first pitch on the way. It's taken. They're going to check. They're going to say he did not go around, and the count is 1-0 on Christian Clare. Mills again on over at first base.
Merchants got 11 hits on the board, and they've out-hit him 11-3, but those 4 big errors still keeping the game somewhat interesting yet at 7-2.
And Sean Welch is starting to loosen up his arm for the Merchants out of Indianola.
Pitch on the way, taken up top. Count runs now to 2 balls and 1 strike, or 2 balls, no strikes, I should say, on Claire. Crowd still into this one. You can still hear a lot of noise coming from the bleachers. They were really into it on that play at the plate here a little bit ago. 2-0 pitch coming up. It's on the way, and that one should be a strike on the inside corner, and is.
That's a tough pitch to hit right there. You got to be on it early in order to drive it to right field. Left-handed batter.
Yeah, usually us lefties like those low inside pitches.
Get around and golf them out into right field.
Absolutely. There's a fly ball out towards center field. Drifting back is Corton. He's under it. He will make the catch, and there are 2 outs here in the inning.
Our buddy Johnny Biter's listening. He'll help on Sunday.
All right. Nice to have Johnny able to help out and listening to us here today. Hopefully he's having a good holiday weekend. Noah McCreary going to step in.
I saw him yesterday. He didn't buy me a beer.
I can understand why. McCreary going to step in. He is 0 for 2 here tonight.
Yeah, Barker's been able to pitch himself out of troubles several times. Excuse me, Hudson.
Hudson, yep.
Yeah.
Pitch on the way. That's going to miss low and inside. Counts 1-0. And actually, Barker has 2 minus that first inning. So both guys have had some base runners on, but have been able to get out of it. Merchant started out with 6 straight hits to start the ball game today in the bottom of the first. There's a shot out towards the left field. Drifting back is going to be Booth, and that one's going to be off the bottom of the wall near the 353 mark. Runner going to come in to score, and in with the double is going to be McCreary.
Yeah, he hit a shot off the wall out there. It was misplayed a little bit by the outfielder out there in right field. I think that's Booth out there today. Yeah, I think he underestimated it a little bit at first, and then once it took off, it was too late for him to catch up with it.
That'll be the 3rd run of the ball game, and guys, as much confidence as we had with the way the Merchants were playing, we know this Storm Lake team. We've seen them score 5 or 6 against the Merchants in an inning. They're not out of this game by any means yet here in the 6th inning.
No, it was down. They were down 7-0 and 7-3, and they still got a runner in scoring position at second base with 2 outs.
That'll bring up Tyler Brandenburg, the top of the order. 2 outs here in the inning. Runner at second. Pitch on the way as a chopper foul down the third base side. Brandenburg tonight is struck out looking, flown out to center, and grounded out to second. Uh-oh, who's texting you now?
Johnny said I didn't need another one.
Looked like Hudson's maybe lost a little pop off his fastball here because they're getting around on him pretty quickly. And getting good wood on a lot of baseballs this inning.
Yeah, don't see still anybody working in the bullpen. But
Welch is down there stretching out, but taking his time. You also have Kostovic down there, but he doesn't look like he's ready to do anything.
Takes a peek back at the runner. McCreary at second. Breaking ball misses way up top, and the count runs to 1 ball, 1 strike. Jeff, I know I see Lisa Wagner down there. I don't know if John's in the house here today, but I see Lisa sitting down
Lisa's been here a couple times.
Has she?
Yep.
Yeah.
We don't really look for John.
Harder to find him. Brandenburg going to stamp in. Pitch on the way. There is a foul ball out of play. The count runs to 1-2 on Tyler Brandenburg.
I want to thank Tammy Nepple for my delivery.
Okay. I didn't even see her bring it to you. I just saw it was sitting there.
I begged her for it.
Yeah. You're pretty good at that.
I paid.
1-2 pitch coming up. Again, top half of the 6th inning.
I had to go buy my own water.
Now you should have let me know. I'd have gotten you one. There's a ground ball back up the middle. The throw is going to be in time by the shortstop Johnson.
Nice barehanded pickup by the shortstop Johnson on that to gun the runner out for the 3rd out of the inning.
2 runs in the inning. They get those 2 runs on 3 hits. There was a 1 Merchant error, and they leave 1 runner left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Merchants were up 7-0. It's now 7-3. We're back in 1 minute here on
CAAT6. Merchant corporate sponsors are Merchant Park Concession, Kick 106.7, KCIM 1380 92.5, 93.7 KKRL. And now, on to the broadcast booth. To thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019, Commercial Savings Bank, Drees Company, Raccoon Valley Electric Co-op, Mid-Iowa Insurance and Real Estate, Charlie Steakhouse, Southside Lounge, Carroll Dental Associates, AAA Seeds, Parents Construction, Roselle Mutual Insurance, Johnston Communications.
Alan's older brother's sitting over here too. I saw.
Where are they at?
They're sitting right down there early. He's gone right now, but
okay. I don't see Alan, so I'll have to see if I can figure out where they're hiding at here. As Nick Supple, Ben Berg, and Brendan Larkin are the scheduled hitters for the Merchants. And the first pitch downstairs to Supple for ball one.
Schwabe family's listening to the broadcast
Are
today
they?
over on Randall Road.
They could
Hello to
make
everybody
a
there.
delivery over here. Schwabe owes me a couple.
He owes everybody a couple.
He got you a pretty big one at Isabel's graduation.
Yeah. We've been known to do that for one another.
1-0 pitch down in there
friends
for
are
a
for,
strike.
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I can send his nephew back.
All I know is he came over and he sat it down next to Izzy because I was talking to her at the time, and he said, make sure Waniger takes the whole thing. It's something about not being the cheap kind either.
Yeah,
That's all I remember. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, pop foul, out of play, and the count runs to 1-2 strikes on Nick Supple. Supple tonight has singled and it drove in a run. He's also scored. He walked and was stranded at third, and then singled and was stranded at third.
You know, Barker's come back and thrown a nice game after that
Really
first inning. Difficult first inning when he gave up so many hits.
Pitch on the way. There is a foul ball up against the screen, so Supple will foul off the 1-2 pitch, and the count remains 1-2 strikes.
Looks like his velocity's picking up a little bit.
So he's maybe gotten a little stronger as the game's gone on.
You know, some guys do that.
Yeah, they do.
There's a lot of guys that get through that first inning. Even in the major leagues, they'll give up. There's that funky little double pump that he does with his knee.
Yeah, he kind of stops in the middle of the windup when he gets the leg in the air, and
then he
bounces on it. Yeah. Which I've never seen a pitcher do that before. That breaking ball missed, and the count runs to 2-2.
Him and Berge must have the same hairdresser.
Oh, wow.
2-2 pitch just misses low and away, and the count runs to 3-2.
I'm sitting over here living in my own little world, and you pull that one out.
Yeah, I thought you nodded off there for a little while.
I kind of did.
He didn't get his nap in before the game like you did.
I did not give a nap in today.
3-2 pitch. There he reaches out, gets a hold of it, and singles it out into left field. Great piece of hitting that time by Supple.
Absolutely. He was ahead of the pitch a little bit and then just stayed on it and drove it to left field for a base hit and brings up Benny Berg.
That'll bring up Berg. Berg tonight is 2 for 3. Couple of singles, and he reached on an air. So Berg will step in.
Welch is down in the dugout, or down in the bullpen now, throwing a little.
Okay.
Ooh, that went a little high. Faye took one off top of the glove.
Ben tonight with an RBI and a run scored. Bill Gross in house tonight, too, guys. I don't think Billy ever misses a game either.
Bill and his family, they always sit up behind us.
Come on. There's a fly ball out towards center field. Drifting over, it's going to be the center fielder, McCreary. He'll make the catch, and there is one out here in the inning.
Boy, he just missed that one.
Yeah, got just off the top part of the bat, didn't center it up real well.
That microphone comes right back at us, doesn't it?
It does, yep. Got that speaker right in front of us.
The speaker, excuse me, I said microphone.
That's all right. Brendan Larkin will step in. 3-run home run his first time up. They walked him his second time up, and he struck out back in the fourth inning.
They kept everything away from him these last two at-bats.
Supple still on over at first. Breaking ball again. Starts down the plate and breaks low and away, and the count is 0-1 on Larkin. Ford Schrader waiting on deck.
He's found a pitch that works for him against Larkin, and he's stayed with it. Larkin still hasn't been able to handle it.
That looks like a new batter. No, yeah, that looks like a new batter over there on the on-deck circle. Tate Johnson.
That's Tate.
Yep. So he's going to be hitting in Schrader's spot.
Good
pitch in there for a strike, and the count is 0-2 on Larkin.
Faye's out in the bullpen, so I wonder if he's done for the day.
Larkin and the pitcher exchanged smiles on that pitch. I don't know if these two guys know each other or what.
I think these two teams are fairly friendly. They've been having some chats back and forth, joking.
He certainly fooled him with that curveball.
Well, these teams see each other enough during the year that you kind of get to know the guys, I'm sure, playing against them 7-8 times in the summer.
Mm-hmm. Fay was chirping on that one that they pounded and got robbed. He was chirping all the way down there they were both having a good chuckle about it. So, yeah, I think they get to know each other quite a bit.
0-2 pitch down in the dirt. Nice knockdown that time by Ward, the catcher.
I was looking over the Whitecaps lineup. They got a lot of out-of-staters on their in their lineup. A lot of whether 5 or 6 BV kids, but most of them from out of state, or several of them from out of state anyway. New Hampshire, Arizona, Minnesota, Colorado, North Dakota.
Tells you the BV's bringing in kids from all over.
Mm-hmm.
1-2 pitch coming up. There is a pop-up. That's going to be playable for the second baseman, Roberts. He'll drift over behind first base and actually makes the catch in foul territory. But wise decision to have the second baseman make that play. It's an easier play for him than it is anybody else.
Yeah, he's got a better look at it, a better angle to get to the ball. The first baseman's got to go straight back and try to make that play and still hang on to it. That's tough.
So Tate Johnson going to step in, the lefty. He'll hit for Schrader.
Tate's been seeing the ball pretty well the last few weeks.
I tell you what, Schrader was hitting the ball really hard here today.
He was.
Just hitting it at somebody every time. And there is a deep fly ball out into right field. Drifting back is Young. He is shy of the warning track. He'll make the catch for the final out of the inning. So Johnson sees one pitch and flies out here in the 6th. No runs on one hit and no errors. And one left. We'll head to the top of the 7th. It's a 7-3 Merchants lead. Back in a minute here on KKR.
We would like to thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Bloomers Bar and Grill, Echo Electronics, Roman Stephenson Son Construction, Gretaman Associates Insurance and Real Estate, Region 12 Council of Governments, Windstar Lines, Pro Auto, United Bank of Iowa. The 2019 Merchant corporate sponsors are Sparky's One Stop, Anytime Fitness, Icowan Distributing, Merchant Park Concession, Culver's, Giant Seeds, Pit Stop Auto Wash, Platinum Business, and now on to the broadcast booth.
I didn't know Daisy Hawkamp was in the stands today, and I didn't know it was her birthday, but they just sang happy birthday to her over the PA system.
She is not a happy camper.
I'm guessing she turned 16 today?
That is what I heard him say. So happy birthday to Daisy Hawkamp. If anybody's got her number, shoot her a quick text message or Facebook or Snapchat her and wish her a happy birthday. And we certainly at the radio station wish her a happy birthday as well.
Fun kid.
Yep. Do we have a new pitcher out on the hill, fellas?
We do. Deshaun Welch. He is out of Indianola, Iowa.
All right. Deshaun Welch is our new pitcher.
He has some heat.
Saw him stretching early before the game tonight.
He's not on the roster, so.
He's down there in the bottom. 26.
26, okay. Thought I saw 28.
He came in a few weeks ago. He's really got a nice live arm.
So he'll be facing Burquist, Roberts, and Smith. We're here in the top of the 7th, so Hudson will go 6 complete. He'll be on the line for the win here tonight if the Merchants can hold on. And the pitch on the way is a line shot foul. That's going to get over into the bullpen for the Whitecaps. Nobody down there warming up, so some little guy just got himself a foul ball. The count is 0-1.
Few extra mile an hour on that pitch.
Now we got another Merchant player going to be warming up, number 34, and it says it's Frederick Reynolds. But Frederick went home with an injury. So.
Yeah, so we're not for sure who that new guy is.
What happened to Frederick?
Wrist. Sounds like it's a hereditary thing. So.
Okay.
And then Costa also went home with an injury. So.
Okay.
Wish those guys good luck.
1-1 pitch misses downstairs to Burquist, and the count's 2-1. Burquist tonight has been hit by a pitch, singled, reached on an error, and scored. in his 3 plate appearances. So still looking for that to, his second hit of the night.
Talked to Coach Williams. They are looking for some more pitchers and position players.
Pitch on the way, outside corner, and that's going to run the count now to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I heard the comment made that some of the college coaches don't like their pitchers throwing too much in these summer leagues.
Yep.
Yeah, well, and what you get is some of these guys throw them, a lot, where Cody shut his guy down at 85 the other night. So, they tried to limit the pitching and not just use them up.
2-2 pitch up top. Count runs to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And they don't have any pitch count rules or anything, do they? It's just whatever the manager feels is appropriate.
No, and that might help if they go to something.
Swing and a miss. So Welch will pick up the strikeout. The one thing I have heard, guys, and you can correct me, Hannah, if I'm wrong on this, but I know when this league first started, a lot of times the college coaches can dictate to whoever's going to be managing in the summer amount of innings, amount of pitches that they want to see out of the kids each week.
Yep, and they'll also tell them what positions they want them playing. So,
yep.
Yeah, and that might help. If they put a limit on there, they might be able to get more pitching. That's one of the issues.
Breaking ball in there to Coleman at Roberts for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Roberts tonight is 0 for 2. He has flown out to short, reached on an error, and flown out to center. That was a sac fly, and that fly out to center that drove in a run. There's a swing and a miss, and the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Roberts.
Cody shut down Tyler Jacobson the other night after 85, and asking him what was going on. He said, well, we'd used him with 100 a couple times the last few times out, so I wanted to give him a break and being able to use him again.
Check swing ball, though, going to get away. It's going to roll over into the dugout, so the runner going to get up to first on that strikeout.
Yeah, pitch counts were something, when you watched baseball 25, 30 years ago, it wasn't even a term.
No. No. Pitchers went out and threw complete games all the time, threw 100 and some. You'd get 120, 130 pitches was common.
Non-stop.
Yeah.
A complete game was, there was 4 or 5 of them every day in the major leagues. Now a complete game, you hardly ever see a complete game.
And I do think part of it is you see more people in the weight room, and there's more muscle there to be able to strain or pull or hurt. And I'm not saying weightlifting shouldn't be done. I'm not saying that at all, because I think it should be done.
But it does work against you if you don't do the proper stretching techniques, etc.
Yep. So Bryce Smith, the DH, will step in. He is 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch here tonight.
But there's not another sport out there where one part of the body takes so much abuse as a pitcher's arm in baseball.
And these guys throw harder. I mean, not that Nolan Ryan didn't throw hard, and Sandy Koufax and all those guys years ago, Bob Gibson, but on average, I think the guys throw harder today.
Low 90s is common.
Yep.
And there's a lot of guys in the upper 90s.
You don't have anybody in the bullpen anymore, I don't think, that throws it less than upper 90s. 0-1 pitch. There is a line drive base hit out in the left field. Runners now on first and second. 4th base hit of the night for the Whitecaps.
Ball got away from Reese a little bit out there in left field and had to retrieve it, but nobody advances. So runners at first and second now with 1 out.
That's going to bring up Eli Young, the right fielder.
Welch throws hard, but his pitch looks fairly easy to read from a hitter standpoint.
Young tonight has flown out to left, reached on a fielder's choice, and reached on an error.
He's now staying here in Carroll. He was coming back and forth.
Swing and a miss. Who's that?
Welch.
Welch is? Okay. Who's he rooming or living with,
No, I can't remember.
Okay. So Young will step back in. And the pitch on the way down in the dirt, knocked down that time by Ben Berg, and the count runs to 1-1.
Betty reacted like he thought that one was going to get away from him, but he did a good job of getting his glove down, knocked it down, kept it in front of him.
Smothered it. Yep, absolutely. Had the ball come off of the chest protector. Runners on first and second, 1 out top of the 7th. The Merchants had led this one 7-0. It's now a 7-3 ball game. Young would be run number 6 if he would hit 1 out here, but he's going to pop that one out towards Snyder in left field. Reese will settle under it and made kind of a tough catch on there, but makes it for the 2nd out of the inning.
Yeah, drifted on Reese just a little bit, but he made the play.
That'll bring up Tyler Ward. Ward has been hit by a pitch, walked and singled and scored in his 3 plate appearances tonight, so he is 1 for 1.
Hopefully Welch can get out of this jam. He had runners at first and second with 1 out.
Runners still at first and second. Nobody able to tag up there here a moment ago on that fly out to left field. Still have not been able to find Alan Hunless. He's got to be hiding well here today. And that pitch up top, and the count's a 1-0 now on Ward.
Yeah, I don't see Ellen.
Yeah, I don't either. I know he messaged me that he was here, but he hides well.
There's a lot of spots they can sit in those outside bleachers where you can't see people.
Absolutely. And I'm sure he didn't want to be seen. Pitch on the way. It's going to miss outside. And the count runs to 2-0. Him and Bill Winger constantly, request like Barry Manilow and the Carpenters and stuff like that on KCIM.
Did I hear you one of your requested songs Maneater was on the other day?
That's an inside joke from years ago over on KKRL. There's a foul ball out of play.
See songs like that takes you back a ways.
It does.
It does.
Yeah. 2-1 the count now.
Greatest line John Ryan never meant to do.
Yep. He still feels bad, he says.
Did he actually schedule that for your shift the other day?
The computer picked it. There's a line drive base hit out to right field. They're going to hold up the runner as getting the ball in quickly that time was Booth. So bases are now loaded for Colton Mills.
It's a little more activity now going on down the Merchants bullpen.
Mills tonight is struck out swinging. He has popped up to the second baseman and single driving in a run. That came last inning.
Base hit here is going to make this game real interesting after it was 7-0 early.
Yep. Merchants with 5 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third. For the Whitecaps, they've got 1 in the fifth, 2 in the sixth. But again, remember, folks, this is the weekend at 9-inning game here today. Pitch on the way. There's a pitch that's going to miss down in the dirt, and the count is 1-0. One other thing, guys, and I don't know how popular this would be, but everything going to a 7-inning game might help the pitching, too, because you start to take away these extra 2 innings, you know.
And that's why they did it during the week.
Yep. 1-0 pitch on the way. And there for a strike, and the count is 1-1.
You still have the back-to-back-to-back night.
Yep.
So, the cutting it to 7 helped, but it didn't cure it.
Right. And that's why you wonder if maybe if you're going to play Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe you need to go down to 7 for all those. Breaking ball in there just misses, and the count runs to 2-1.
It was a strike an inning ago.
Yeah, he wanted that pitch, and it looked like a strike as well.
It's been a little inconsistent here tonight. It's been large, but it's been inconsistent. 2-1 pitch, check, swing. Are they going to say he went? They're going to say he went around, and the count's even up at 2-2.
It's a big pitch here.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 3 on. Top of the 7th inning. Storm Lake Whitecaps, Carroll Merchants for you here on KKRL. Pitch on the way. That'll be inside, and the count runs full. No place to put him right now.
He wanted that pitch, or he wanted to get that pitch, because now the runners are off, so a base hit's probably going to score the guy all the way from first as opposed to just 2 if it's anywhere in the gaps at all, because they're going to be off with the pitch.
Good thing with the bases loaded, there's a play anywhere. Runners, though, are going. Pitch on the way, and there's a line drive right at the second baseman. And making the catch is going to be Schrader for the final out of the inning. Hit the ball hard, hit it well, but right at the Merchant defender. No runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and 3 runners left on base. We will head to the bottom half of the 7th inning. It's a 7-3 Merchants lead. We're back in 1 minute here on KKRL.
Bruner, & Reinhardt is a general practice law firm that has been providing highly ethical, professional, and dedicated legal services to their clients since 1936 in Carroll, Glidden, Coon Rapids, Bayard, and Guthrie Center communities. Bruner, & Reinhardt is a 4-attorney firm with a combined 84 years of experience. They are proud to be active community members and proud to be a Carroll Merchant supporter. For more information, call Barry, Dave, Eric, or Jessica, 792-3480, or visit brunerlegal.com. Go Merchants!
Uptown Sporting Goods is a locally owned and operated business and has been serving the Carroll and surrounding communities for 45 years. Check out the great selection of goodies at Uptown Sporting Goods and show up to your tryout prepared. They carry pretty much everything you'll need to participate in baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. They also carry a huge line of athletic apparel and shoes. Uptown Sporting Goods, located at 528 Adams, downtown Carroll. Proud sponsors of the Carroll Merchants, and they wish everyone hits it out of the park. Jeff Blankman, Doug Waniger, and Jeff Honnold with you here today. Again, we've got Bob Grody hanging out back in the studios to make sure we stay on the air. We head here to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Sun starting to peek out for a little while. Not going to be out for real long. Got a little bit of blue skies, but Doug, as I look back over my left shoulder, there's some more clouds still going to be rolling in, so we'll get a little sunshine here as we thought we might, but the cloud's going to roll back in. It's a 7-3 Merchant lead as we head here to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Merchants are going to bring to the plate Ryan Booth, Chase Corton, and at Reese Snyder. So 7-8-9 up for the Merchants in their half of the 7th inning.
Still a nice crowd here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Merchants need to put a run or two on the board, just break this comeback momentum that Storm Lake's got going. We haven't done anything now since the 3rd.
The Booth tonight has struck out swinging, popped up to the second baseman and grounded out to the first baseman in his 3 plate appearances. Jeff, there was I think a 400 was the attendance. I think we still got probably 300 left here.
Oh, easily, yeah. I think it was a little over 400. They keep streaking in here a little after the 3rd, so.
There's a good amount of people sitting out in those stands out to the east.
Yeah, breaking ball in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. In a 9-inning game, a few people starting to filter out towards the bottom of the 7th here. And I don't know if they don't know if it's a 9-inning game or if 7 innings is long enough with their kids. There's a breaking ball, misses outside, and the count runs to 1-1.
I guess a lot of people don't know that it is actually a
9-inning game. Yeah. They're figuring the 7-3, it's probably over, so they're heading out, pitch on the way. In there for a strike, and the count runs now to 1-2 strikes. Merchants again, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday next week, right, Jeff?
I believe you're correct, yes.
All right.
Yeah, I saw on the calendar it's a busy schedule this week. But you put all the high school games and baseball and softball in between there. It's going to be a busy week here.
It's going to be a busy week. Tuesday night, the only night I don't have a broadcast this week, all the way through Sunday next week.
I think Thursday night's the only night I don't have a game.
Yep.
Got John Kitch down here.
Yep.
Retired from Kemper. He's
always at the game,
waving to us.
Absolutely. He's always at the games. He's a diehard fan. Saw him at Nick Brink's wedding last weekend. That pitch going to miss outside. Nick was down at the Daytona Raceway this weekend.
Yeah, congratulations to Nick and his bride.
Yeah.
I don't know, did you see his post today?
No, I missed it.
He had a picture of his ticket, and the TV in front of him said the most expensive ticket he's ever bought for a TV game.
So he did not get a chance to go. I know yesterday to rain out.
Yeah, they were there yesterday and got rained out, and so they flew home, and he watched the race from his couch today.
Is Nick a big race fan?
He is a huge NASCAR fan, yep. Strikeout.
He said the cats were happy he was home, though.
Strikeout for Barker. First out here as Booth goes down swinging, going to bring out the Corton.
Barker's breaking ball has really gotten better as the game's gone on.
Pitch on the way in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1 on Corton. Corton 1 for 2 tonight. He has doubled and scored, hit by a pitch, and grounded into a 4-3 double play. There's a chopper over towards Cody Williams. He'll show that good glove hand, and the count is 0-2. A little nervous here. The guys from Kidder right below us with those T-shirt shooters, and I'm just hoping they don't shoot one up into the air because I'm standing up. That might hit me right in the head.
Where they at?
They're right here.
Tell them I want
there
one.
They are.
Tell them I want to borrow one. I think that'd be fun.
I do too. 0-2 pitch. I don't know why he does that because he hasn't thrown a strike with it yet tonight. Count runs to 1-2.
Well, that was like a triple hitch one that time.
Yeah, I've never seen a pitcher do that.
Now he comes with a quick wind-up. Didn't even go into the full step back. And the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. So I think he might be trying to work on some things.
Well, I guess this is as good a time as any to do it. But his team's still in the game at this point.
Yeah, 2-2 pitch on the way. There is a chopper. And that's going to be a tough play. The shortstop comes in, bare hands it, but running too fast is Corton. They'll beat that out for an infield single. 12th hit of the ball game for the Merchants, and they have a runner on first with 1 out, and the batter is Reese Snyder.
Reese had a base hit his last time up.
And Snyder 1 for 3 tonight. A struck out looking, grounded out to second at an RBI on that one, and then singled his last time up. Was eventually stranded over at first, back in the 5th inning.
The pitcher is looking down to the dugout, or out to the bullpen, and he did when in between the play there while the play was actually going on. So
I'm wondering.
He acts like he wants to get out. I wonder if he hurt something.
Looks like he hurt his arm.
That might have been why he had kind of that funky motion, that the quick wind-up one that he did, not the kind of the bounce up and down thing that he's done a few times here today. That certainly looks they're pointing out there. They do have another guy heading down to the bullpen, so he is going to stay in. But they've got another player heading down to the bullpen right now.
That's their stud.
That's their
BV.
stud, yep. That's Ed O'Bannon. He's out of the College of Southern Nevada.
One more batter they just pointed down.
Yeah, see if Reese can get a base hit, advance the runner at least over to third base.
He's such a heady ball player. He'll do something to probably move him here. There's a throw over to first. Corton just back in ahead of the tag. That was a pretty good move that time by Barker.
He has a real quick move.
Number 11 is who they got warmed up, but I don't have a name on that one.
Yeah, that was the guy that's been down there warming up for a while. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1.
He's been real effective with that breaking ball. He does a nice job with that.
He does. After struggling, as you said, in that first inning, it's really come on as the game's gone on.
Yeah, he couldn't find the strike zone with it in the first, so he kept going back to his fastball, and they hammered that. But now that he's got that curveball setting up his fastball, he's been a lot more effective.
Breaking ball this time misses, and the count now 1-1 on Snyder. Top of the order, waiting on deck with Michael Wallace. Actually, that's not Wallace up there.
Pinch hitting for him.
That's Ty Hansen waiting on deck, number 2. Pitch on the way, shot down the right field line. That's going to be a fair ball. The runner going to round second, digging for third. They're going to go ahead and score him. There will be no play at the plate, and a double by Snyder will pick up his second RBI of the night as Corton comes in to score from first, and the Merchants lead at 8-3.
Yeah, nice rip by Reese, double down the line. Didn't hesitate at all at first base. He knew he had a double. There was going to be a play at the plate, and just a good job all the way around.
Not only that, but it hit and broke to the right, so away from the outfielder, which made it even tougher.
We're going to get Hansen checking in now, but we're going to get, I think, the pitching change going to happen now. That's number 11 will come into the ball game. And again, folks, we do apologize that sometimes when you do these college level games and rosters change, you don't always get updated ones, and we don't have a number 11 on the Whitecaps roster. So we'll step away, take a break, back.
We would like to thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Bruner, Reinhardt, and Morton LLP. Giant Seeds. Piranha Club. Lincoln Highway Pharmacy. Platinum Fitness. Templeton Savings Bank. State Wealth Management. 19 Merchant corporate sponsors are Merchant Park Concession, Kick 106.7, KCIM 1380 92.5, 93.7 KKRL. And now, on to the broadcast booth.
I truly appreciate their choice, and it's my hope that you choose Stein too.
Hi, I am Renee Schoen from Des Moines Area Community College's Carroll campus. You may be eligible for free training on our campus that will qualify you for a career in welding or healthcare. Our Workforce Training Academy can connect you with short-term training opportunities for these high-demand careers. This training can be offered at no cost to you. Contact us today to see if you meet the eligibility requirements and to make the first step toward a welding certificate or certified nurse aid training that will make you employable fast. Call me today at 792-1755.
Well, number 11, we understand, is the assistant coach for the Whitecaps. No, Jeff says. I thought you said assistant coach.
Head coach.
Head coach. Okay, so we do know who the head coach is.
Oh, Noah
Paper. So Paper going to be in there. We told you that he looks like he's one of the players. Well, we're finding out now that he is.
He's having fun out there, that's for sure.
I think they're getting some static, too.
First pitch up top to Hansen, misses, and the count is 1-0. 1-0 pitch in there for a strike, and the count runs to 1-1 strike.
Yeah, he's having fun out there.
And it seems like a really nice guy. The two times that I've done the Merchants against the Whitecaps, he's been really nice to chat with down in the dugout before the game. 1-1 pitch coming up. There's a swing and a miss, and the count now 1-2 strikes on Ty Hansen.
It's one thing, we don't have any stats on these guys. It'd be nice to know what they're hitting, etc. But
it'd be nice to have some pitching numbers and everything, I don't know if all the teams do it. I know the Merchants keep the stats on an iPad, so it'd be nice if they could just upload them somewhere and have them available. Yeah, pitch on the way. There's a swing and a miss. They are going to have a play down at first as it got away from the catcher. The throw is not going to be in time. Snyder moves down to third.
Yeah, I don't know what he waited for. He had to throw. He looked at the runner going to at third.
Yeah, catcher took too long to make the throw, and the runner down to first is safe.
He had plenty of time to get him.
So I'm going to give an error to the catcher there, not because he dropped the ball, but because he had time to make the play at first and took his time and ended up not making it in time. So that'll bring up Andrew Fay. Fay tonight is 1 for 4 on the night. He has singled and scored, grounded to the first baseman, flown to right and flown to right, throw down to second, runner in, and now the throw home, and the run going to come in to score.
Heads up base running by Reese. He saw the throw go down, and he was already good distance up the line, took off for home plate and made it in. He was out of play.
So the Merchants now lead it here. High score of it 9-3.
Whitecaps getting a little sloppy on the defensive end.
Yeah. Count 0-1 right now on Fay. Runner at second, 1 out here in the inning.
Fay has that real open stance.
And there is a foul ball. It's going to drift out of play, and the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes.
His lead foot or his right foot way open toward first base. Evidently feels that gives him an advantage.
Some people like that. I wasn't comfortable with it years ago, but as a lefty, but a lot of lefties really seem to like it.
And I think it's
There's a shot out into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Hansen with his speed going to be waved around third. The throw going to come into second. They'd had a play at home, but
I'm surprised he didn't go home with that. They're down 9-3. Really couldn't afford to give up any more runs. I would have thought they would have went for the play at home on that one.
And guys, Ward and Hansen had some words, or Ward had words towards Hansen when he slid. He kind of faked a tag on him and then started barking at him. Hansen kind of looked at him like, what's up?
There was something about the way he went down to first base on that strikeout.
Okay.
That Hansen objected to is whether he thought he interfered or something. He'd argued with the ref quite a while. And
maybe that's why he didn't throw the ball right away or something.
That could have been, yeah. And maybe he thought he had him down at first, too. I don't know.
It just didn't make sense that he didn't throw that ball right away.
Yeah. Well, there's a foul ball back up against the screen from Supple.
Supple's got a couple of hits today at least.
Yeah, he is right now 3 for 3 on the day with a walk.
Supple and Coach are both laughing at that one. He just missed that one. If he'd gotten the barrel on that one, it'd been gone.
Yeah, a little kid running out there behind the left field fence might have had a ball coming to him. There's a pitch in there for a strike, and the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. 10-3 now. Merchants with the lead here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. So Whitecaps had gotten some momentum, but the Merchants kind of squashing it here in this 7th inning. Pitch on the way, and that's going to hit him. So that'll be the 3rd hit by pitch for Whitecap pitchers here today. 4 of them for the Merchants pitchers.
All 4 in the first 2 innings, right?
Yes. Yeah, but we've only had 3 walks to go with that. So we've had 8 hit back, but 3 walks. So only 11 so far today.
We're going to have a new pitcher for the Merchants in the bottom half.
Okay.
John's in short, so I don't think he's going back out.
No, probably not. That's going to bring to the plate Ben Berg. Runners on first and second. Berge tonight has 2 singles, reached on an error, and flown out to center field. Pitch on the way, shot towards left field. That could be gone. He flips the bat, and it's gone. A 3-run blast from Ben Berg, and the Merchants lead at 13-3.
Yeah, Ben got all of that one.
Berg got all of that one as he hits the home run. That one almost got into the softball diamond next door.
Yeah, that was a no-doubter from the time it took off.
Yeah, he flipped the bat about 5 steps up the first baseline. He knew it was gone the moment it left the bat, that's for sure.
He just got thumbs up from Grandpa.
Yep, Grandpa standing up down there. He's pretty pleased with that.
Grandpa don't miss many ball games.
No, unless he's dancing.
Yeah, unless he's polka dancing.
Yeah, that'll bring up Brendan Larkin. Larkin tonight 2 for 3 with a 3-run home run. So the Merchants, out of their 16 hits here tonight, have put up 2 3-run home runs. That pitch going to miss low and away. Still just 1 out, and the count's 1-0 on Larkin.
Yeah, these games, you start getting deep into that pitching rotation. Like you said, now we got the assistant coach pitching.
Pitch on the way, in there for a strike, and the count is 1-1. It's actually the head coach.
Yeah, the head coach,
assistant, yeah.
That makes sense now because the assistant was making some moves like going for the right arm, and they were joking around out on the mound, so that makes more sense now.
1-1 pitch was fouled, and the count 1-2 now on Brendan Larkin.
The Merchants putting up a 6 spot here in the 7th inning, and
yeah, outdoing that 5 spot they put up in the first.
Yep.
This is where you almost hope you had the 10-run rule here. Pitch on the way. There's a swing and a miss. Larkin will go down swinging for the second time. First strikeout for Paper, 5th for Whitecaps pitching, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Ford Schrader, and it looks like we're going to have a new batter there. Is this Tate Johnson? It is. Tate Johnson will step in. He batted the last time and flown out to right. First pitch he saw, he'll take this one outside, and the count's 1-0. This is the 9th batter in the inning for the Merchants. Pitch on the way.
Tate plays out there in Seward, Nebraska with Ben, I believe, at Concordia College.
Great young man.
They're staying together.
1-1 pitch on the way. There's another fly ball out towards left field. Young drifting back, and he'll make the catch right before the warning track for the final out of the inning. So he has given 2 of them a ride, but come up short on both of them. 6 runs for the Merchants in the inning. They pick up those 6 runs on 4 hits. There was 1 error, and they leave nobody left on base. We'll head to the top of the 8th.
We would like to thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Bloomers Bar and Grill, Echo Electronics, Roman Stephenson Son Construction, Gretaman Associates Insurance and Real Estate, Region 12 Council of Governments, Windstar Lines, Pro Auto, United Bank of Iowa. The 2019 Merchant corporate sponsors are Sparky's One Stop, Anytime Fitness, Ike Allen Distributing, Merchant Park Concession, Culver's, Giant Seeds, Pit Stop Auto Wash, Platinum Fitness, and now on to the broadcast booth.
New pitchers for the Carroll Merchants. I don't know, Jeff. This is number 34. We don't know for sure who that is, right?
I do not know that one.
Tyler's not sitting over here by us now.
Yeah,
He's
you said
down
Reynolds
taking
went home
Yep.
injured?
Yep. I want one of those guns.
Yeah, it would be fun. Well, you can either crank the pressure or lower the pressure. Let's see if he's going to shoot this one all the way up. There he does. And the first pitch here is in for a strike to Christian Clear. Clear will be followed by McCrary, and then the top of the order in Brandenburg. 13-3. Merchants with the lead. We're here in the top half of the 8th inning.
Little sidewinder.
0-1 pitch misses, and the count runs to 1-1.
I didn't get a script today, so I don't know if there's a new pitcher added or...
There's a line drive base hit inside out in that one out into left center field. Hustling over to pick that one up is Corton. But on with the single is going to be Clear. That'll be the 6th hit unofficially of the ball game for the Whitecaps, and it's going to bring up McQuarrie.
Now the center fielder, number 13, Noah McQuarrie.
Let's see, Barker, who came out of the game as pitcher, is now the first base coach down there, so he's doing double duty down there.
Yeah, they did that earlier with the guy that was down warming up here a little bit ago. Their closer was actually coaching first for part of the game, too. There's another line drive. That's going to be caught and dropped by the shortstop. He'll flip to first. They can turn the double play because nobody ran. And that should be
a double play.
Yeah.
Because the batter didn't even run.
Yeah, the batter didn't run, so they're going to...
Are they going to say he did it on purpose? But doesn't matter, does it?
Well, no, it shouldn't. It's not an infield fly rule.
Because there was only runners at first.
Yeah.
Got to be runners at first and second.
So we're going to get the runner at first is going to stay on. You're going to get the runner that batted going to be out. There's one out here in the inning.
Evidently, they're saying that they thought he did it on purpose.
Yep, that's what I'm going to understand. Pitch on the way. It wasn't a bad decision.
I didn't know that was a violation.
I didn't either.
Maybe it isn't.
And the count runs to 1 ball, no strikes. Yeah.
Don't look over here. That's a new one for me.
Would have been a really easy double play because the batter was about 5 steps up the line holding the bat, turning around.
Well, John Hayden, if you know the rule on that, let us know. But it was a line shot to the shortstop. He dropped it, flipped to second, and then to first. It looked like he did it intentionally, but they didn't call the double play.
1-1 pitch outside, and the count runs to 2 balls and 1 strike. How do you decipher if they did it on
purpose or not?
That's the tough part. That's a judgmental call, and I don't know if you want judgment calls as a part of it.
And I'm not so sure he did it on purpose.
Yeah.
It just looked like he lost it.
Pomeroy, dial in, will you?
3-1 the count now on Brandenburg.
Yeah, Pomeroy would know the answer to that, too.
Oh, he'd cite the rule number.
3-1 pitch, misses outside. Ball 4, runners now on first and second. So 1 out here in the inning. We're in the top half of the 8th inning. Inning and a half potentially left of this one.
I'll text Mr. Pomeroy.
Blake Bergquist going to snap in. Bergquist tonight's been hit by a pitch. He's singled, reached on an error and scored, and struck out swinging in his 4 plate appearances. 3 official at-bats. Pitch on the way. There is a chopper back to the pitcher. The throw to second in time. The throw to first is not in time. That's going to be thrown away. And the run will come in to score from third.
Nobody backed the throw up either. Ben had to stay at the home plate because of the runner coming around.
And the right fielder was trying to get their booth, but that's a long run.
And he delayed getting. He didn't take off till after the ball was thrown away. So the run scores, and we're going to have runners at first.
Now batting number 15, the second baseman, Coleman Roberts.
There are 2 outs now in the inning. Bergquist going to reach on the fielder's choice. The air going to be on the shortstop to score the run. So that'll be an unearned run given up.
I texted Mr. Pomeroy. We'll see what he says.
Okay.
He's probably taking a nap about now.
I'm not sure he knows how to turn on FM.
Well, that could be true, too.
0-1 the count right now on Roberts. 0-1 pitch. And the count outside. I was going to say he might be napping all day. That, you know.
I'm betting he's still on 1380.
He might be listening to the Cubs if they're on right now. Pitch on the way. In there for a strike, and the count is 1-2.
This pitcher, he throws from his waist, and it's not very fast.
2 out, 1 on. Top half of the 8th inning, 13-4 our score. Pitch on the way. There's a swing and a miss. And that'll be strike 3. First strikeout here tonight for number 34, 7th of the night for Merchant pitching. 1 run.
We would like to thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Bruner, Reinhardt, and Morton LLP. Giant Seeds. Piranha Club. Lincoln Highway Pharmacy. Platinum Fitness. Templeton Savings Bank. State Wealth Management. To thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Commercial Savings Bank. Drees Company. Raccoon Valley Electric Co-op. Mid-Iowa Insurance and Real Estate. Charlie Steakhouse. Southside Lounge. Carroll Dental Associates. AAA Seeds. Parents Construction. Roselle Mutual Insurance. Johnston Communications.
WestIAnet.com or call them at 712-775-29. In the bottom half of the 8th inning, it'll be Buddhist, Corton, and Reese Snyder, the scheduled hitters. Do have a guy up in the bullpen right now for the Merchants. Jeff said it is Will Statler. He is out of Ellsworth from Huxley.
Got O'Bannon on the mound for the Whitecaps with the pitching change.
So he will be their 4th pitcher here tonight. Or 3rd, I should say.
Kind of surprised they're using him in this place. He's kind of their stud.
Well,
I'm guessing they're just trying to get some innings out.
Yeah, maybe he hasn't had a chance to work for a little while. Did finally have an Alan Honlo sighting. He was down below us here a moment ago. He said that him and his wife are hiding, sitting up high. So they're sitting up somewhere where we can't see them.
There's the Parkus family sitting up there.
Yeah.
I see Shea Parkus walked in here.
Yeah.
Shea was out lifting last week as well. Brian, of course, works for Kit Plumbing, so he's here helping with the festivities today.
Booth tonight 0 for 4. He has struck out twice, has flown out to second, and grounded out to first. O'Bannon on the hill, his first inning in the ballgame. Pitch on the way in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1.
O'Bannon's a big, tall, 6'6" guy standing out there?
Yeah, he's got a nice arsenal.
Yeah, we've seen him throw a couple times. He doesn't give up much.
0-1 pitch, and he jumped over that one. I don't know if it hit him, and either that or it bounced off the shin guard of the catcher, but it bounced up the third base side. They're not going to send him to first, so must not have got him, and the count is 1-1.
Yeah, it looked like it got him right in the foot.
I think he hit it with the bat, actually.
Well, they didn't call it a strike, so it's a 1-1 count is what I'm thinking. It had to have just bounced off and hit the shin guard. I heard a clunk, so it had to have been off the shin guard of the catcher. 1-1 pitch. That time it did hit him.
That one hurt.
Yeah, Booth not really excited about that one. That one hit him down, I think in the calf area, and must have got him pretty good. He's hobbling, getting up to first base, still trying to stretch that one out.
Well, and that was a pretty good throw, too. It wasn't like he threw him a curveball.
Yeah.
No, he just drilled him with a fastball.
That'll bring up Chase Corton.
He's done.
Yeah, Booth's going to head over to the dugout. They're going to have to get somebody to come out and run for him.
I'm guessing they got him on the ankle.
Yeah, he's struggling. He's hurting a little bit. We'll see who they get a helmet on out there.
Number 21.
Kristoviak.
Yeah, Kristoviak going to be the runner. Chris Kristoviak.
He was DHing the other night.
A lot of these guys are capable of doing a lot of things. I like that. That's why I've always been a National League guy. I think, as a pitcher, you should be able to hit the baseball. You're a baseball player.
Going away, I think, after this.
Pitch on the way. In there for a strike. On the swing and miss by Corton, and the count is 0-1. You think they're going to go DH both leagues?
It's the way it's sounding. That next year that'll be.
Well, if you're going to have the DH, it only makes sense to have it in both leagues. Have them both separate is probably dumb. But, and there's another hit by pitch. That one got off the arm. And I put runners on first and second. And
I thought I heard that hit the base.
Yeah.
Knob of the bat.
It hit him first, then off the bat, I believe.
So that's going to be the 5th hit by pitch here for the Whitecaps tonight. That gives us 9 now in the ballgame, and that'll bring up Reese Snyder. Snyder, you wonder if he's a little leery stepping in there. The two guys in front of him have both been plunked.
He's throwing pretty good heat, and he's hit them both with fastballs, like Jeff said earlier. Those aren't curveballs that aren't curving. Those are fastballs right at their body.
We're here in the bottom of the 8th. 13-4, Merchants with the lead. Merchants 15 hits on the night.
Bottom of the lineups definitely did their part in this ballgame.
They've been effective, yep.
I know Reese has got 2 hits for sure. His last 2 at-bats, I believe, right?
Yeah, Corton has got 2 hits in the bottom part of the order. Top part of the order, though, has scored 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 of the 13 runs, but that means the bottom part of the order's done the job of knocking a few of those in.
Somebody brought them in.
Yeah, pitch on the way. It's going to be up top, and the count is a 1-0 right now on Snyder.
Best thing to be happening here is 3 up, 3 down, and 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 8th, or the top of the 9th. And
Honnold's trying to get the attention of a young guy standing down there. Pitch on the way. That's going to miss, and the count is 2-0. Well, now he's going to yell at him. Must be a neighbor or something.
O'Bannon's really struggling with his control.
Yeah. 2 balls, no strikes right now on Snyder. And the pitch coming up here. He doesn't work very quickly either. That pitch in there for a strike, and the count is 2-1.
He said he fell under the lawnmower.
Yeah, I think that's got to be difficult for the batter when you're standing in there that long and he just holds it and holds it and holds it.
Yeah, he takes his time on deciding what pitch he wants to throw. Right now, the fastball hadn't been working for him. So we'll wonder if he'll go to more off-speed pitches. 2-1 pitch on the outside corner for strike 2, and the count evens up now at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Not so sure Reese liked that pitch.
Yeah, appreciate everybody for tuning in here this afternoon. We are here in the bottom half of the 8th inning, 13-4. Merchants looking to pick up another win. There's a swing and a miss, and that'll be strike 3, first out. First strikeout here tonight for O'Bannon, 6th for Whitecaps pitchers. And that's going to bring to the plate now Michael Wallace.
Nope, Hansen.
Oh, that's right, Ty Hansen, that's right.
My buddy up in Canada just said, hey, sent me the link to the Whitecaps stats.
Okay.
So they've got all those online.
Nice.
So thanks, Tim, for sending those.
Yeah.
Tim Chapman from Dallas, Texas, listening to our ball game today up in North Ontario, Canada.
So I wonder why the Merchants don't have that.
Yeah, they got everything here, full detail.
Pitch on the way, going to be taken up top, count 1-0.
Don't know.
Yeah. 1 ball, no strikes. Andrew Fay waiting on deck.
Ironically, though, we don't have any pitching stats, or at least I'm not seeing for O'Bannon.
A pitch in there for a strike, and the count runs to 1-1. Merchants have got runners on first and second here. 1 out. We're in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Crowd has gotten a little bit quiet here with this game seeming to be under control. Pitch on the way. And the count now 2 balls and 1 strike on Wallace. The other thing is when you start getting all these walks and hit by pitches, it kind of takes the crowd out of the game a little bit.
Yep, they quiet down a little bit.
Still a beautiful Sunday.
Pitch on the way. That'll be taken low and away, and the count runs to 3-1.
Looks like they have a guy just about warmed up down there.
There's Alan Honlos' brother sitting over there now. He's back in the ball game.
Okay. Three-2 offering, or 3-1 offering is ball 4.
So the Merchants have loaded the bases without the benefit of a base hit.
Yep, and that'll bring up Andrew Fay. Fay here tonight is singled. He is grounded out, flown out to right twice, and it's singled and drove in a run. He has scored twice tonight as well.
Looks like Stadler has found a young guy down there to play catch with, trying to stay loose.
Stalder, you mean?
Stoller, yep. He's down there warming up with a young guy.
I see his grandparents sitting down here to the left. John and his wife from Jefferson. John used to work at American Home Shield with us.
Okay.
Many years ago.
0-1 pitch. Popped up. Foul out of play. And the count now, no balls and 2 strikes.
Johnny Biter wanted me to give Tragan Biter a shout out, 13-3. So that's the same age as his son.
Yeah, okay. Nick Supel waiting on deck right now for the Merchants. In a 9-inning game here today, we're in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Merchants have really been in control the whole game. Led it 5-0 at the end of the first. There's a chopper. The third baseman will scoop, bobbles the throw, not going to be in time, and a run will come in to score, and everybody's safe.
Lost it in the exchange and didn't get the throw over there quick enough. Everybody's safe.
So Ferry will reach on the air. That'll put Corton at third, Wallace at second, Fay on at first. And Nick Supel is coming to the plate.
And Supel's had a hot bat today. But Mills down at third base, he fielded the ball nicely, but when he made the exchange, lost it in the exchange from his glove in the left hand to the right-handed throw and didn't get it over there in time.
Supel 3 for 3 tonight with a hit by pitch and a walk. And the pitch on the way is in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1.
Supple crowds the plate. That pitch looked like it might be inside it because it was right next to his hands, but he's over the plate so much it was definitely a strike.
Yeah, that inside line has certainly been wiped away. Left-handed batter's box doesn't even exist anymore.
Yeah, it's gone.
0-1 pitch on the way. That one's in there for a strike, and the count is no balls and 2 strikes. You can tell Supple not really happy with that call.
Don't know what he had to argue, though. They look like good pitches to me.
Yeah. You know, I tell you what, batters argue as far as walking away more today than they did 5 years ago. I'm surprised that there hasn't been a crackdown on that. 0-2 pitch. All these high school kids watch the Major League Baseball players do it now. They're starting to emulate it, and I'm surprised that the high school umpires haven't cracked down on that a little bit.
Well, it's tough. In high school umpiring, the situation's tough as well. As you know, Jeff, there's not a lot of people getting into that profession.
No.
And that's part of it.
Yes.
They don't want to take the abuse from parents and coaches and players.
Yeah, 1-2 pitch.
And it's going to impact the quality of the game because obviously umpires and good umpires are very much part of the game.
Well, it's going to be impacting here soon our ability to even play the game because we're not going to have enough umpires, and you're going to have games getting postponed and canceled because there's no umpires available.
Supple and the umpire have had a conversation this whole time, and it looked like it was just casual. They were talking about something.
Yep, and I didn't. What he did wasn't wrong. I'm just saying at the high school level, I'm surprised. There's a ball to the backstop. Nobody going to try to score on that as it hit the backstop really hard and bounced right back to the catcher, Ward. Yeah, I'm just saying at the high school level because most of them at the high school level, you're not really allowed to kind of.
No, but I found it interesting that
they're
still having a conversation. They're chuckling, and so
as long as you can keep it, it doesn't get lighthearted in in a lot of these games, and
you just wonder what they're having a conversation about out here after.
And you got to remember, those guys are out there doing the best job you can. The only thing that makes it difficult for umpires sometimes is to get the guy that's a little bit more confident than he should be.
Yep.
And starts chirping back at the players and the coaches. The best thing you can do is just be quiet. And
there's a walk and an RBI for Supple. That'll make it 15-4. Base is still loaded. Just 1 out here in the inning, and Ben Berg will step to the plate. Remember, Berg, he hit a 3-run home run his last time up, so we'll see if maybe he can get his 8th RBI of the night with a grand slam home run here because there's no room to put him.
The catcher just looked into the dugout and motioned something and shook his head and went back in there. So I don't know if they were trying to get him replaced or.
Well, the guy that was down warming up is done. Pitch on the way. That one's going to be in the dirt, and the count is 1-0.
O'Bannon's really struggled tonight.
Yeah.
Talking about umpires, and I don't know where I heard this stat, so it's not official, but they said the average age is something like 58 years old amongst the high school umpires right now, and that's a difficult situation.
It is, and it's that way in every sport, not just in baseball and softball. We're going to have a real struggle in the state of Iowa with officiating in every sport here very soon with the amount of umpires that will be retiring or officials that will be retiring. 1-0 pitch, chopper, and that's going to get up the middle, and that'll score 2 runs. The throw will be to the plate, but not in time, and it's now 17-4.
Big day for Ben. That's about 7 RBIs, I believe.
Yep, 6 actually, I think. Yep.
3, 2, and 1. He had 1 on the first hit.
Nope. He had 1 on his second hit, and then 3 after that. So here was a 2 RBI single. So
10 runs for the Merchants in the last 2 innings here to really open this thing up to 17-4. And O'Bannon just really struggling to get an out.
This could be a good matchup for us right here.
Well, that'll bring up a Larkin. Larkin had a 3-run home run since then. He has walked, struck out, popped up to the second baseman and struck out. Pitch on the way up and in, and the count is 1-0. And you got to wonder for O'Bannon, he's normally their closer guys. You don't see closers come in too often with their team down by 10. So you wonder if the focus and stuff is there where it needs to be for him right now. Different situation, one he's not used to. There's a swing and a miss, and the count is 1-1.
They've got Larkin with curveballs the last 2 at-bats. They threw him a fastball on that first at-bat, and he hammered that out of the yard. But in his last 3 at-bats, he's struck out twice, I think. You got the book in front of you there, Jeff, but they've done it with curveballs.
Yeah,
now he
that's
gets
going to
plunked
hit him.
again.
Yeah, he struck out twice.
They hit him again.
Yeah,
Yep.
Hit him again, so bases are backloaded. O'Bannon with his 3rd hit by pitch.
Larkin picked the ball up and tossed it back to pitcher.
It looked like O'Bannon almost said, sorry, man. The way
Yeah. And that's going to bring up Tate Johnson. Tate will have batted. This is the third time he's batted since the 6th inning.
And we're only in the 8th.
Yeah, and the Merchants have batted around now for the last 2 innings, so.
See what they're going to do here.
I don't know what they have for pitching. They did have, I thought, somebody warming up, and then they quit warming up, so they might be ready, but I don't know if they're even going to look to replace him. You got a game that's long been over. You know, why burn any more pitching when you're already...
Well, you know they got troubles when they pitch their
They're looking out to right field, so I think whoever's out in right field might be their next guy. The catcher was pointing out there.
That'd be Young.
I think they saw somebody over on the slow pitch fields they thought could pitch.
Yeah, that's the tough thing. You get into these late season games here for these guys, and there's not a lot of pitching, and we've seen an awful lot of really, really high-scoring games here lately come across. A lot of 20, 30 runs combined between the two teams. So.
And it isn't because the guy had a small strike zone today either. I mean, he gave him plenty of opportunity to throw strikes.
Yep. Pitch on the way. Well, that's going to be in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Johnson tonight has ripped the ball hard twice, both of them out to right field, both of them caught. So we'll see if maybe this time he can get one to drop in. He'll check swing on that one, and the count is quickly 0-2 strikes. Still just a 1 out here in the inning. Bases are still loaded. Merchants with 5 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 6 in the seventh, and 4 already here in the 8th. They lead it 17-4.
Yeah, you got to give them credit. When the Whitecaps were making a little bit of a comeback in the ball game, they put their foot back on the throttle and opened it up here in the last 2 innings in the 7th and 8th.
0-2 pitch misses. Count runs to 1 ball now and 2 strikes.
Crowd sticking around, though, for the most part.
Yeah. That pitch going to be taken outside. Count runs now to 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're nearing the 3-hour mark for this game.
Yeah, the first inning took a while, and these last 2 have taken a while.
Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, and that'll be the second out here in the inning. And it'll bring up now Ryan Booth. He was hit by a pitch and scored his first time up, but Krzysztofiak got a bat for him because, again, Booth was injured on the play. So Krzysztofiak will come in. His first at bat here tonight. Now remember, Booth took that one off of the ankle to start the inning. Pitch on the way, popped up. That's going to be fouled back out of play, and the count is 0-1.
Paul
By the looks of that probably landed in the deck of my pickup.
Paul Fay sent a message. Fay Larkin and the pitcher for the Whitecaps, Barker, all played together, so that's why Fay was joking with him down there, so that makes more sense. Thank you, Paul.
Okay, thank you. Pitch on the way. In there, nope, that one's going to be low, and the count is 1-1.
I thought I heard him say strike.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was heated or not. I just there was
they were joking.
Yeah, there was a conversation earlier. So
it was funny.
That pitch is going to be wide, and again, it hits off of the backstop so hard that it bounces back toward the catcher, so nobody can advance.
Well, and you're not going to see Cody send guys in this situation. He's going to hold it 17-4. He's not going to try to run it up.
Just got a text back from John Hayden down in Coon, and we were talking about that play with a line shot to the shortstop. He's not aware of anything that makes that illegal to drop that intentionally.
I wonder if it's a college rule maybe, or I don't know. We'll have to try and find out from Cody. There's a base hit out in the left. They're going to score 1. Krzysztofiak picks up the RBI. It's now 18-4. Bases remain loaded, and Corton will step to the plate. Second time up for him this inning.
Well, it's been a tough inning for O'Bannon. He's given up 5 runs. The bases are still loaded, and he's still got an out to get.
And I'll be honest with you, I've quit keeping his pitching stats.
Yeah.
This has been a long inning for that young man.
You know, it gets to one of those situations, you know you're struggling. Pretty soon you're just trying to throw a strike, and then you leave him over the plate. And now
there is a hit by pitch. And that's the second time that he has hit Corton here in the inning.
Those are just fastballs. He's just plain missing.
So Berg comes in to score. Larkin moves down to third. Krzysztofiak now up to second. Corton on at first. And Reese Snyder going to step in. On the catcher again, Ward looking over at the dugout. He doesn't.
I've given that look before. He cocked his head sideways and shook it like, really? You're not going to pull this poor guy.
He's probably saying pitch. Maybe.
Like I said, it's probably one of those situations where this one's out of hand already. They don't want to waste anybody else.
No, but he can't find the plate tonight.
No. He's hit 5 already in this inning. Pitch on the way.
Almost 6.
And there's going to be a ball inside to Snyder. The count is 1-0.
Almost like he's steering it now. He's not throwing anymore.
Yeah.
He's trying to steer this, and it doesn't work good.
You wonder if he's had any work for a while. 19-4. Pitch on the way. In there for a strike, and the count is 1-1.
He likes working the corners, but at some point, when you're off as much as he is, you just got to start throwing the ball over the plate.
Top of the 9th inning, it'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up for Storm Lake. There's a foul ball up against the backdrop here, and the count is 1-1.
I don't think he has near the velocity that he did the last time I saw him pitch.
No,
it looks to me like he's pulled off of that and just trying to steer those pitches in there. He's just, he's so far off right now. He's just trying to do anything.
1-2 pitch. That's going to get to the backstop again for ball 2.
Again, that's another pitch. How it didn't hit Reese, I don't know. He just managed to get out of the way.
He just doesn't have it tonight. And you feel sorry for the young man because
you do.
When you don't have it, there's just nothing you can do. You try everything, but
12th batter of the inning right now for the Merchants.
I don't know if I've seen anybody hit guys like this, though. I mean, he's so far off.
Pitch on the way. There is a fly ball.
That should be the third out of the inning.
McCreary, the center fielder, will settle under it and help make the catch. And that is the final out here of the inning. Let me try to count up the stats here real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runs. They did that on 2 hits. There was 1 error. And they leave the bases loaded. So we'll
to thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Commercial Savings Bank, Drees Company, Raccoon Valley Electric Co-op, Mid-Iowa Insurance and Real Estate, Charlie Steakhouse, Southside Lounge, Carroll Dental Associates, AAA Seeds, Barron's Construction, Roselle Mutual Insurance, Johnston Communications. The 2019 Merchant corporate sponsors are Sparky's One Stop, Anytime Fitness, Ike Allen Distributing, Merchant Park Concession, Culver's, Giant Seeds, Pit Stop Auto Wash, Platinum Business. And now, on to the broadcast booth.
Smith Young Ward due up for the Whitecaps as we head here to the top of the 9th. 19-4. Yes, folks, you're hearing that right. 19-4 is our score here. Merchants on top. They have been cruising pretty much since the get-go here today. They've hung 6 spots on the board in each of the last 2 innings. The Whitecaps just no pitching left.
Merchants need to get a better extra point kicker.
You're going to do what?
Well, you made the extra points.
I get you.
The bleachers starting to clear out a little bit.
Yeah. There's still a lot of people, though, hanging out. Kids are throwing Frisbees down in the batting cages. And
kids are going to hang around so they can run the bases and probably talk to the players afterwards.
Stick around. Coach will be up here.
Yeah, Stalder, the new pitcher for the Merchants.
Yeah, his grandparents just left.
Yeah.
They probably didn't figure he was going to get a player. At least they just walked out. Maybe they're out there somewhere.
So Smith will step in. Smith today has been hit by a pitch, struck out, grounded to second, and singled in his 4 plate appearances.
The groundskeeper's going to be busy. They got to get ready for those ball games tomorrow between Kemper and Carroll. I think it's JV varsity game, and then again tomorrow night.
Starting at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning with the JV game.
10 and 12, is that what you said?
10 o'clock is the JV game, so I'm anticipating varsity being between 11:30 and 12 o'clock. So we'll have the noon news at 11 o'clock on KCIM tomorrow, so that way we can get the game started if it goes early.
And where do you get to drive off to?
Then I head down to Elkhorn or Kimballton, wherever they play softball down there. I got to figure that out yet, and that's where I head to for a 5:30 start tomorrow night. 2-0 pitch. There's a line drive, a base hit. Nope, that's going to be caught by the right fielder. Good break on that one by Booth. You got to go down to your home stomping grounds.
I get to go back down to the
We'll see if they
home
lock
town.
the gates and not let him in.
Yeah.
You know, it would be nice if they'd let him in and then lock him.
Yeah.
Not let him back out.
I'm pretty good at sneaking in and out of there. A lot of people don't know when I'm there.
And then John Ryan will be up in Pocahontas. We do apologize to all the other teams playing tomorrow. Like I said, 7 teams playing in the playoffs tomorrow, only 3 radio stations. Not a lot I can do in that situation.
Can't do everything, Jeff.
Nope. It bothers me, though. It does. You feel bad when you don't get to do playoff games for everybody. It was easier years ago. They didn't have everybody playing on the same night. 1-0 pitch.
Well, then you're running out of broadcasters, so
Yeah.
we can't really even do
I know.
internet-only
Had a lot more
broadcast.
teams, though, back then, probably.
What's that?
I said
No,
back
I'm
then.
still covering the same amount of teams.
No, I
They
mean,
just,
in
yeah.
terms of the number of teams in the area, though, because now a lot of them have combined.
Yep. Pitch in the air for a strike, and the count is 2-1. Yeah, Honnold ready to retire from broadcasting. Lonnie's going to be coaching now, so I'm going to be hurting for announcers here soon. Pitch in there for a strike, and the count 2-2.
I got a couple years left in me, but I'm going to start backing her down for
I might have to retire when you do. I don't know when I don't know if I want to have to go out and find a whole new batch of local broadcasters to help me out. 2-2 pitch on the way. There is a foul ball out of play.
Yeah, I'll be looking for something to do when Cal gets out of school.
If you can hold on for 4 more years, Honnold, I got a replacement.
Ooh.
3.
3 years. 3 years.
Ooh, that's still tough.
That's just one more year than a couple.
I didn't say I was going to quit. I'm just slowing down. I'm going to semi.
How do you get any slower?
2-2 pitch.
By starting to say no once in a while. I'm going to have to start learning that word.
Count runs to 3-2. I've tried not to do much with you during the regular season here this summer so that you'd be available for the postseason and rest it up. But you decided you wanted to do all these merchant games.
He needs to start umpiring.
No, that's not happening.
The 3-2 pitch. Line drive, that's a base hit. He needs to coach volleyball here in a couple of years.
There'd be way too many people getting booted if I'm umping.
Yeah. He needs to get back on the volleyball bench here in a couple of years after Kenzie graduates.
Too old. Retired.
You're not that old. You're my age, dude.
I'm retired.
Yeah. We got a lot of programs around here needing volleyball coaches.
Yeah. There's plenty of room for young people. Step up. Let's go.
I'm your age. If you're too old, what's that make me?
I've done my gig. You guys, these young people need to
I
step
know.
in there and do it.
Yeah.
I'll help them any way they want help, but I'm not going to be on the bench and travel all the time.
Pitch on the way. Yeah, I'd lose you as a broadcaster, so that would hurt. But we're running out of baseball coaches, running out of softball coaches, running out of volleyball coaches. It's running out of basketball coaches. It's getting
coaches,
hard.
umpires. I mean, everybody.
Yeah. Something needs to change. Don't know what it's going to be, but something does.
It's not going to be me, I can tell you that.
There's a combination of reasons causing it.
1-0 pitch on the way. And the count runs now to 2 balls and no strikes.
19-4.
Yep.
18 hits for the Merchants today. They've pounded the baseball.
Pitch on the way. That one's going to miss. And the count
If I'm
is
the
quickly
umpire
3-0
on that pitch,
board.
that's a strike.
Yeah.
When it's 19-4 and it's that close.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to get them swinging at this point of the game. Half the crowd, I think, is taking a nap right now. Pitch in there for a strike, and the count's 3-1. Cowbells aren't, though. They'll wake everybody back
A
up.
little bit. The Cowbell's behind us been
Beautiful
quiet.
day out, though. I mean, I think in the summertime, a lot of people just head to the lake anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get that opportunity.
It's because nobody wants to see you in a bathing suit.
No, I wouldn't be in one. 3-1 pitch.
Ooh.
That is ball 4.
Even the batter was hesitant on that one. He thought that was going to be strike 2.
So that'll put runners on first and second. Colton Mills, the scheduled hitter. And he is stepping to the plate. He is at 1 for 4 here tonight.
Third baseman, number 23.
I do think I'm going to take a mini vacation. I'm going to try to get 1 or 2, maybe 3 days off after that All-Star game. We'll see.
Got anything in mind that you're going to do?
No, I think I'm just going to get away from work for a few days. Something that doesn't get done very often.
Yeah, you get in a lot of hours out there.
Pitch in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Problem is I'll have football and volleyball preseason interviews to do like 3-4 days after that ends because I got to get them in. So
Yeah, I think we should have some decent football teams in the area.
Should have some decent football, decent volleyball teams. Yeah, Jeff and I were just talking about that last night with Rhino and Robo.
How about congrats to Kara Peter for her accomplishments this last week. We haven't brought that up in the broadcast, but made the all-tournament team in a national tournament.
She's an All-American. Yeah,
All-American.
Made an All-American. And Kara, you're going to kind of come on, not this Tuesday, but the following Tuesday to Rewind. You told me you'd think about it, but I'm going to put a little pressure on you. You got to come in and talk about that.
She's pretty shy.
I know she is.
We don't let her think. She just has to do. So she's got to be in there.
Yeah.
Kara's a good girl.
She is a great kid.
And I promise I'll be nice.
1-2 pitch come up. There's a chopper. This could be a double play, but it's going to bounce off Faye. They're going to send the run in to score. Runner's going to be at first and second.
Tough hop for the third baseman.
Yep.
But no, you knew, talk back to Kara, you knew when she was in about 5th or 6th grade, I saw her playing some tournaments, and you just knew the sky was the limit for that kid. And
I know she won't be able to because of the hip surgery she's going to have after volleyball next year, but I still would have loved to have seen her play softball once because I heard how good she was as a young kid.
I coached her, trust me.
She could throw.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen her play softball just one time.
I remember when we were up at Storm Lake, I'll never forget it. She was pitching. We were in a 10U game, and she was sitting out there throwing BBs, and she just made it look easy. Struck out 13 batters in a 5-inning game.
Pitch to clear, misses downstairs. Count is 1-0.
And we still almost got out coached.
But you were on the bench, right?
Yeah, unfortunately. I would have loved to have kept her out for softball.
Was your assistant Honnold?
No.
Okay. Well, when you said out coached, I was just curious.
No, that was me. Now I think it was me and, if I remember right, Scott Hawkinson and actually John Peter.
I worked with her a little bit when she was younger on some of her pitching technique, but no, I didn't do.
2-0 pitch. That's going to be a wild pitch.
So you're the one that screwed her up.
Probably. That's probably why her hip hurts.
3-0 the count on the batter. Clear. Great kid, though. I'm just teasing her because I've been wanting to get a video interview with her about signing to go play volleyball at Drake. But
Drake University, yes.
She's not too keen on doing it yet. She said we're going to wait until she signs after volleyball season. So thought if I could at least get her on the radio.
And she's just such a good kid.
Yes,
she's so humble. And
yes, she is. Ball 4, bases are loaded.
Ooh, we need to just throw strikes here.
Yeah, so Stalder's struggling here in this top half of the ninth.
Just throw strikes and get a couple outs, and let's get out of here.
1 run's already come in to score. That makes it 19-5. Again, 2 outs from this game.
That's not often to get 2 Division I athletes out of one class in a small school.
Yeah.
With Gunnarsson, of course, signing to go to, or not signing, but committing to Nebraska.
Yeah.
Kara to Drake.
Looking forward to chatting with him on Tuesday.
You better bring his helmet.
Got to be happy for him. 1-0 pitch.
Absolutely. I mean,
all the schools and all the places, he had to pick that one. I'd have gave him anywhere. He didn't have to be an Iowa guy. He could have been anywhere but Nebraska.
Well, I'm sure he's getting a lot of business about that.
Yeah,
but
he's a good kid. I'm glad he's happy.
Pitch going to be flying out to left field. Snyder will settle under it. He'll make the catch. There are 2 outs here in the inning. Yeah, I wouldn't have cared where he went. I'm excited that he's going to my Huskers, but you know, I just have so much respect for that kid and how much work he has put in since that injury, and how much better he's gotten himself through an injury. Stronger, faster, and the work that he's put in. I just, and for him, a little bit, I did talk to him about it. He didn't want a lot of attention with it. I think he's glad to have it over, and for him, that's where I'm happy is that it's over for him.
Yeah, I've talked with a couple of families who went through that, and it's stressful. There's a lot of pressure, constant phone calls, constant
text messages, yeah. And you don't just have coaches and recruiters. You got all these media people from all over, all these recruiting magazines and websites and everything. They're driving you crazy.
And then everybody else in town, hey, what are you doing? Have you made your decision yet?
Shot out to left. Snyder drifting back, and he'll make the catch to end the ball game.
Nice run down by Reese.
For the Whitecaps in the top half of the ninth, they got 1 run on 1 hit. There was a 1 error, and they leave 2 left on base. Merchants winning here today by a final of 19-5. Postgame. Yes, we're finally at a postgame. It's coming up next here on KKRL.
19 Merchant corporate sponsors are Merchant Park Concession, Kick 106.7, KCIM 1380, 92.5. 93.7 KKRL. And now, on to the broadcast booth. We would like to thank these great merchant program sponsors for 2019. Bruner, Reinhardt, and Morton LLP. Giant Seeds. Piranha Club. Lincoln Highway Pharmacy. Platinum Fitness. Templeton Savings Bank. State Wealth Management.
They'll always look forward to welcoming you. MC's Country Cafe. No gimmicks, just good food. Highway 30 East in Carroll, proud sponsor of the Carroll Merchant.
I choose Stein because they are the leaders in innovation. It's a great team. The next 5 to 10 years are going to be extremely exciting around Stein Seed Company.
I choose performance.
Service.
Results. I choose Stein because Stein has yield.
True advocates. There's no questioning the dedication and passion these people have towards Stein, a company they choose to believe in. I'm Myron Stein, and I don't take this kind of commitment for granted. Truly appreciate their choice, and it's my hope that you choose Stein too.
Hi, I'm Renee Schoen from Des Moines area. Eligibility requirements and to make the first step toward a welding certificate or certified nurse aid training that will make you employable fast. Call me today at 792-1755.
Hello, baseball fans. This is Kelly Danner with Roselle Mutual and Grinnell Mutual. We've been serving the Carroll area since 1876. Think about that. That's when players traveled by horse and buggy, before Babe Ruth was traded, and even before our beloved Cubs won their first World Series. There's been a lot of changes in the world. One thing that hasn't changed is Roselle Mutual's dedication and commitment to our customers. Give us a call at 792-4525 and let us help you with all your insurance needs. Go Merchants!
Congratulations to the Carroll Merchants, a 19-5 victory here tonight. Jeff, your feelings on the game?
Well, you know, they came out and you look at it, they scored 5 right away, and that's coach's style. Cody wants to come out and be aggressive, put it on there, and then, again came back on the second, third, got another run in each one of those. Then we're shut out through 6, but, then got into that bullpen like they want to, and put 2 6s up. And really, if you look at it, they only gave up 1 run in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, and 1 in the 8th and 1 in the 9th. So a really nice job. Gave up 8 hits, but really didn't give up much all the way through the 5th inning, and just really had this game under control right away from the first.
Yeah, and give Hudson a lot of credit. Struggled, I think, with his control early in the game. Didn't maybe get warmed up enough or something, and struggled a little bit, but battled through, gave him 6 really good innings and got him out to a 7-0 lead. Defense kind of bailed him out with a few plays there early in the game, but really solid pitching for them here today.
Yeah, what did he give up? 3 hits, I think?
Yeah.
He was like 3 hits. And
yep.
He was in trouble a lot, had a lot of walks, had a lot of traffic, but was able to control that. And you're right, Jeff, that's a nice job of pitching and giving him some good solid 6 innings there and helping him through that. So nice job. Nice job. I'm going to...
You're just throwing the empty bottles down there?
Just throwing them down there. They're cleaning the cab out. But a nice job of working through that traffic, giving him a nice solid 6 innings and take care of it. So Benny's on his way up here. I'm going to let him take over, and I'll be back in a little bit.
You bet. We're going to get Ben Berg on the headphones. We'll get him worked in here. Appreciate everybody for hanging on with the post game here tonight. As Berg now joining us. And Ben, congratulations. I tell you what, the offense for you guys has really kind of gotten rolling here the last couple of weeks, but the last few games especially. I think the other night you guys had about 20 and tonight 19, so starting to put the bat on the ball pretty well as a team.
Yeah, definitely. We're heating up a little bit, finding some more barrels than we were early in the season. I think guys are getting used to it and settling into the league, what the pitching's like. We've seen guys a couple more times, and guys are getting their approaches more honed in and stuff like that as the summer goes on.
You got that 3-run home run tonight. You knew it was gone. They had a little bit of a bat flip about 5 steps up to first baseline. So what was going through your mind there?
It was fun. I put a barrel on the ball, and I guess I only hit home runs against Storm Lake this summer. But, yeah, my teammates were saying they were going to kill me if I did flip that one. So I guess I had to.
Yeah, did you think about that as you were heading down there?
Yeah, I was just having fun with it. You know, I knew that one was gone, and I didn't flip the last one that I knew was gone. So I figured let's have a little fun.
Did you say something to Larkin that he didn't do that on his 3-run blast earlier in the game?
No, because he had one yesterday that he flipped pretty well. So
take us through defensively here tonight. Early on, you guys were in a little bit of trouble. We were just talking. Hudson had 4 hit by pitches there early in the game, but the defense, the double plays got him out of trouble. He kind of battled. Talk about the defensive effort tonight that you saw from your group.
Yeah, you know, Joey did it all starts with the pitcher, and I think Joe did a really good job of working around when he got himself into those jams. Obviously, you don't want to hit 4 guys, but he did a really good job working out of that. We had a couple boots here and there in the field, but overall, yeah, we made some good plays and got him out of jams.
So what did you see from him tonight out on the hill?
The fastball worked pretty well. He didn't have much command of his off-speed stuff. It was a little slick out there with all the humidity, so kind of flying out of the hands sometimes. But overall, I thought he had a pretty good start.
A couple of days off now, and then you guys, I think, go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday next week. So it's going to get busy again here. You're getting into that late part of the season. What's the mentality of this team right now?
Just keep playing baseball, keep having fun. We're doing a pretty good job of it right now. So, yeah, just don't get frustrated with the ins and outs of the game every day. That stuff just happens. And, yeah, just keep having fun with it, playing some baseball in the nice weather.
Well, I tell you what, Ben, congratulations. Big win for you guys here today. Thanks for coming up.
Thanks, Jeff.
Ben Berg again with the Carroll Merchants. I think we got Andrew Fay waiting, and we're going to get Andrew to head up here and hop on the headphones with us. We'll get him on the camera and get everything set up here tonight. Andrew Fay now joining us here on 93.7 KKRL. Andrew, congratulations. Good win for you guys here tonight. You had a really nice night at the plate. A couple of flyouts to right, even though you hit those balls hard. You feel like you're swinging the bat pretty well right now?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I am. Just need to get a few kinks out of it just to be more consistent.
What adjustments have you been making at the plate lately?
I've been dropping my back shoulder a lot. That's why I've been popping up so much. So I'm just trying to swing more down on the ball and just try to hit more line drives.
Well, you know Wallace is going to get on base in front of you a lot of times. Are you looking to drive him in? Because you're also a speed guy. So when you get on base, you create some havoc out there. So what do you feel like your role is on this team?
I'm really just like a get on base, let the other guys hit you in. Just mainly as singles, but every once in a while hit the gaps for a double or a triple or something like that.
Favorite part of this park here as far as trying to drive the ball? Do you have a spot that you kind of usually find open that you like to try to place that ball?
Definitely right center.
Right center,
right over the second baseman's head. That's where I like to hit it.
Been able to do that much this year?
A few times, yeah. I would like to do it a lot more.
Take us through tonight here at the plate for you. How did you feel? They switched pitchers. I think they had three different guys. Did you feel like you were pretty comfortable against all 3 of them here?
Definitely. None of them were throwing very hard at all. I was just got to keep my head on the ball more. Really not try to be in front of it because they were throwing a little bit slower, but yeah.
Is that easy to do to make that adjustment?
Depends on how hard the first pitcher is throwing. Like if they're throwing like 90 and then it goes down to like 80, it's a lot harder because instead of with the 90 guy, you have to start way earlier, and then it's just a whole different thing.
Yeah, I got to try to hold everything back even though you're started. You guys who get Storm Lake, and I'm sure it's this way with a lot of the teams in the league, you guys see each other so often that there's a lot of kind of smiling and joking around between the 2 teams during the game. What kind of relationship do you build even with the opposing guys in this league?
Oh, I think this league is just everybody likes playing everybody. It's always fun playing each other, especially when the game's not going one of your ways. You're always just joking around and stuff. So really, nobody's really mad when they lose or anything. Like, you're just out here to have fun anyways.
Where do you feel like you've gotten better this summer? Because you're working to try and help yourself out in college next year. Where do you feel like you've improved?
Definitely hitting, because in college I only had like 2 opposite field base hits, and most of my hits have been opposite field this time.
Is that something that you've really focused on?
Definitely. Like during the college season, I always stuck my butt out to hit it the opposite way, but now I'm just kind of keeping myself back and ripping it the other way.
Dropping the hands a little bit more,
right.
Is that what you're doing?
Right.
Defensively played third tonight. How did you feel like things went for you?
Pretty good, except for that one error in the last inning, but it didn't really faze me. We were already up by a bunch. It didn't really hurt anything.
Yeah. What's been the difference with this team lately on offense? A lot of hits tonight, 19 runs. If I remember right, the other night you guys had about 20 or in the 20s for runs scored in that game on the road, too. So really starting to get things going here as July is kind of starting to roll on.
Right. I think we're all just getting a lot more quality at bats. Like, we're stringing hits together. We're stealing more bases than we have. Just trying to get everybody in scoring position at any time possible, pretty much.
How much did it help to get out to that 6-run lead there early on, or get those 6 hits and 5 runs in that first inning?
It definitely helped. It put they weren't as up as they were in the first inning. Like, they kind of just shut up and just sat down a little bit.
And this is a team that's given you guys some troubles this year.
Right, yeah. It's good to get a good big win off of them.
So, Andrew, talk a little bit about being here in Carroll. What have you learned about the Carroll community? Who you staying with? What's your family? And what are some of your fun things to do when you're not at the ballpark?
I'm staying with Jen and Caleb Malik. They have 2 great kids, Adam and Addison. Just like a little brother and little sister to me. First experience with that, too. The community of Carroll is just outstanding. Like, there's a ton of people here at the games, at the home games. It's never boring at a home game at all. And then when I'm not at the ball field, I like to go fishing a lot. So,
have you had any luck so far? You found a few good places to fish?
Yeah, a few good places. I'm not going to tell anybody.
No, you don't want to tell anybody. Absolutely. So what do you fish for when you're out there?
Usually bass.
Okay. What's the biggest one you've caught so far this summer?
Probably a 4.5 pounder.
4.5 pounder?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us on what, or you want to keep that a secret as well? I'm a fisherman, so I know how it is. I know how it is. Well, I tell you what, congratulations on a big win here today. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.
You bet. Andrew Fay joining us here. We're going to step away, take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to see if Coach Cody Williams is going to make his way up here. We'll be back with that post-game interview coming up next for you right here on 93.7 KKRL.
Burgers and brats on the grill, a cold drink in your hand, and a ballpark full of your friends and fellow baseball fans. There's no better way to spend a summer afternoon or evening than at Merchants Park. And the baseball lovers at KIT Plumbing and Heating will be right there with you all season long. So they like to say thank you to everyone who's supported KIT Plumbing and Heating in Carroll since 1976. And thanks once again for supporting the broadcast for Carroll Merchants Baseball.
Take me out of my old ride. The bumpers are rusty. The window is cracked. I don't care if it never comes back. Hey, Kyle Bauer here from New Way Ford. Driving a car you hate is a real hit or miss. With my perfect payment program, you could hit a home run in a nicer, newer car. You hate your car? Strike 1. Payments foul? Strike 2. Repair bills out of left field? Strike 3. It's out of here. But hurry, this game's over once we help the first 23 people. Quit warming the bench in your old ride. I'm New Way Ford, your dealer for the people. See all the cars at newwayford.com.
Jeff Blankman joined right now by Merchants head coach Cody Williams. Coach, congratulations. Another big offensive effort for you guys. I kind of said to Doug Waniger, who helped me with the call tonight, I said the last time I was here, it was the Whitecaps putting 5 on the board in the first inning. You guys turned that around on them here tonight, got that momentum right away.
Yeah, and that's what we wanted to do. I mean, one of our goals is to score first and put pressure on the defense like I always talk about. And we knew they were throwing a position player, but he has a low ERA. I mean, he's been pitching well for him. And, I mean, slower speed for sure, but keep us off balance. I mean, we've struggled with those guys all year, too, especially seeing velo and then slow pitch of the next game. So it was nice to see them adapt to that and make an adjustment and put the ball in play and put the pressure on the defense.
And you did it with hits there. The first 6 guys all base hits there, so it wasn't like it was a bunch of walks or errors or anything. It was guys executing on the offensive side of the ball for you.
Yep, absolutely. And, I mean, we put up 19 runs against Fort Dodge on Friday, went back to Fort Dodge on Saturday, struggled, and now we put up 19 runs here. So the inconsistency is something we got to get better at. I'd like to be more consistent. I mean, still had 6 errors, so I mean that's something that we got to work on in practice and just get better at.
Yeah, probably a pretty good look at Larkin's home run there in the first inning. How close was that to being over the foul pole down there?
It was very close. I knew it went around it. I thought it went around, and I talked to the third base umpire, Jim. He agreed. He's like, I don't know what they're arguing about or cheering. I mean, arguing about like it's foul ball, but that was clearly fair, so I agreed.
Do got to ask, there was kind of a crazy play. There was a line drive to your shortstop here in the game. Caught it, dropped it, turned the double play, but they left the guy that was on first time on the bag. We don't know a rule that says, that maybe he intentionally dropped or something.
Yeah.
What was the explanation there?
It was an intentional drop. He said, okay. I talked to him. He was like, if he would have dropped it a little bit sooner, he just held on to it a little bit too long. He knew he caught it and then dropped it on purpose. So
okay.
Joe!
They're getting everything cleaned up here, and we're holding everybody up a little bit with that. But they made a little bit of a run at you guys, got it down to 7-3, and then offensively, you guys kind of got things going again. Really happy with the way you guys swung the bat overall here today, and the way the guys battled back after kind of losing the momentum.
Absolutely. So yeah, it was 7-3, and I mean it's a ball game. I mean we put up 7 runs the first 3 innings, and 7-3 in the 6th inning. There's still 4 more at bats each team. I mean it's a long game, and that's why you got to keep on putting pressure on them and keep on tacking on. 4 runs wasn't enough, and I told our guys we got to add more. I mean, we can't be just comfortable with this lead. There's a lot of game left. We just got to keep on adding more.
And then pitching-wise, Hudson came out, had 4 hit-by pitches in the first couple of innings, but I thought kind of settled in after that and really pitched well. You got 6 innings out of him here today, which was huge. He got himself out of some trouble early. Your defense did their job, turned some double plays, and got you guys out of trouble. So this was really a good team effort.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we got Deshaun for 1 inning.
Yep.
His arm's feeling a little better. He was tender the last couple of days. And then we had those 2 new guys, Christopher Harsh and then Evan Gilbert, who we picked up first day with the team, and we had a comfortable lead where we knew we would like to see what they have and see what they could bring for us, and they both pitched well. I mean, number one thing coming out of the bullpen, just throw strikes, be around the zone, don't give up free bases, and all the relievers did that today.
How tough is it as a manager to try and implement new guys that you really haven't seen play into a team that's 6 weeks, 7 weeks into their season?
Yeah, it's pretty tough. No, not gonna lie, but it's good. I mean, we needed that depth for the pitching especially, and we struggled there. I mean, when our pitchers came out in relief, that they'd give up free bases and then, an error here or there, and then the teams would take advantage of that. So it was good to see our guys just pound the zone and make the pitch to contact and then let our defense make some plays.
What do you think you've learned about yourself as a coach manager here in this first year with the Merchants?
Oh, I mean, I've learned so much. I mean, basically try to slow the game down. I mean, and being at third base where, I mean, I was always at first base at Mount Mercy. So, I mean, now I have to see it all and a lot more in-game decisions and just have to be aware of a lot of things. And like a long inning, I learned that our pitcher didn't throw. I mean, if we have a long inning, we got to get our pitcher and make sure they throw in the bullpen and get their arms up. And I've learned that ever since the beginning of the year. Something like that happened. His arm was tired, and we got struck with like 6 runs the next inning. So that's something I'm learning, and I mean, I'm learning so much. So.
Cody, and I got to ask, you had a couple of grounders towards you tonight. One you scooped pretty clean, showing that still got that ability, but one you booted a little bit here tonight.
I just had to use 2 hands on that one. It had a little top spin on it, and it was hit pretty hard. But as long as there's not a line drive or just one smoked at me, I'll try to pick it up.
Well, I tell you what, great job out here tonight. Appreciate you coming up. Congrats on another big win.
Thank you.
You bet. Cody Williams, again, the manager of the Carroll Merchants. They win here tonight by a final of 19-5. For my broadcast partner, Doug Waniger, and Jeff Arnold, for Bob Grody back in the studio, this is Jeff Blankman saying thank you for listening to Merchants Baseball here today on KKRL. They win over Storm Lake again at 19-5. Have a great rest of your Sunday night, everybody.